them and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening.
And we appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a good program for you today. We will get you caught up on what's happening out in the world. Deb will do that around 3:20 with Woke News. 3:45, it's Sink or Sail, Embers only as well, turning you on to a nice cigar for the weekend. 4 o'clock hour, Primetime Kitchen. Fayez Kara drops by. He's the Orlando Weekly food critic. He's got some stuff to talk about when it comes to food and drink here in the city. 5 o'clock, we'll talk to Candace with Rich Tips. We'll also do trivia, our final pair of Bob Dylan tickets up for grabs today around 5:40. We'll end it up with Ross Thoughts and Last Call. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long, plus 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Patch.
No, Mom, it's not called Polo Tropical.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. Your keyword for 3 o'clock is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Cash, guys, is your 3 o'clock keyword.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. How's things?
Good.
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 A tip of the hat to you.
Tip of the hat to you guys. You got big plans this weekend. Are you doing stand-up this weekend?
I am.
You are. That's right.
Well,
I can't remember if it was this weekend or next weekend.
no, next weekend I'm going to be down at the Milk District, but I do comedy all the
Oh, okay. You just don't tell anybody about it?
Well, there's just sometimes the venues I don't want to really invite people to.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, really?
Because, sometimes it's an open mic, and sometimes, I'm there for me to work on something, not necessarily for people to watch
Right.
yet.
Right. I got that. How about you, Jack? Good Friday today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Friday. Good Friday. It's Friday.
It is Friday.
Yeah, it means the weekend's here.
It does. You guys got big plans? Anything good?
Yeah, actually,
Uh-oh.
I'll be hitting.
I know. I like whenever he laughs. I know.
One of the things that was planned is going to hit Megacon one of the days.
Are you
with
really?
with my daughters.
Wow, good luck.
It's my daughter's birthday weekend. She's turning 25.
You
She
guys
wanted
gonna-
to go to that.
You guys going to take the train down? Doesn't it go down there?
Train is free on Saturday. We're going on Sunday. But that's the weather event day, so
Yeah.
I think I'll be driving.
Yeah.
25, that's an old peanut, right?
That is an old peanut.
That's an old peanut.
That's an old peanut. And then, my wife lost
here we
her
go.
phone.
She lost her phone.
Lost her phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Thought she knew where. Well, actually, went back to the place where she knows where she left it.
Okay.
No sign of it. Went back twice.
Okay.
No sign of it. So it seems like someone might have found it. So kind of dealing with that process.
Oh.
Tomorrow. That'll be a
sucks.
tomorrow thing.
That sucks.
Oh,
Now, she had all the protection stuff, right?
Yeah,
okay.
well, just like any Apple phone, you need your fingerprint or
Right.
code. But
Face.
Can they jailbreak those things and make them work? I mean, is that why they steal them? Is because they can jailbreak them, or
I've never really understood stealing an iPhone.
Yeah, I
just
either.
don't understand why that juice is worth the squeeze. I'm sure, I don't know. I've never seen it happen. I'm surprised though you can't find the location just because of off of Find My iPhone, which comes stock with every iPhone. But
it does, and apparently it's off. Yeah, right now, it was on because like last known location was here, exactly where we thought it would be,
Right.
and there's no sign of it there.
Oh, so is there a possibility she left it? It was found while still open, like she maybe used it and set it down, and in that short period of time, she got up and somebody found it while it was still open?
No, she left it in a shopping cart at a place.
Got it.
Yeah, so it was powered on. She wasn't using it at the time.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, she was due for an upgrade. Didn't want to do it like this,
No,
but
but she like she has all of her stuff on the cloud and everything, right? So theoretically,
Yeah,
she
so
can just get a new
when
thing
we
and just
back
kind of
it up-
download her entire phone down.
yeah, but then you got to remember your Apple password. password to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Guess how you get verification to get your access.
You have to.
They said that
your phone.
To your
a text
phone.
message to your phone. So we've been navigating that. We got the password thing handled. But now it's like, okay, I guess we go to the mobile store and say, we need a new phone.
Phone got jacked.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks, man.
So I'm very curious on why people steal iPhones, right? I don't have an answer. Some of them, this is what the internet's telling me, some of them may not have locks or Find My turned on.
Right.
So if that's not on, that's going to be one green light. Also, it says that thieves might get even lucky and then be able to reset and sell before the owner realizes it's stolen.
But how could
Yeah,
you
I
do
need
that?
to make sure I got mine on here.
How can you do it without getting in? Like, I know there's a screen you can access to like take pictures and stuff because that's one of the that's a big prank thing. You open it up and you can still get to the photos or to the camera, right?
Right.
And just take an assload of really naughty pictures and then set it back down. I've had that happen.
Yeah, I'll take them. It'll just be easier.
Exactly.
I won't be too scarred.
All right.
And then you can also, thieves are doing it so that they can phish iCloud passwords to try to undo the iCloud lock wipe / brick. Now they have this acronym that I don't know what it is, and it's too nerdy for me to keep going on. It's just too sci-fi. Do you know what an IMEI lock is? God, I feel...
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you right now.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep that one to myself. I'm going to keep that to myself.
I figured maybe they can kind of reset the whole phone, but so the information on the phone itself is
obliterated.
Obliterated and not compromised.
Right. Because that's what you don't want.
Right.
You don't want your personal messages and stuff like that out there.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you want.
And put it this way, there's been no new charges on my Apple Card.
Okay, good.
So
I'm seeing, too, is that some thieves are even getting it down to the nuts and bolts and scrapping it for parts.
Like screens.
The
and,
screen is
It's a couple $100.
A couple $100.
That's right. Man, that's wild. And I think that probably makes the more sense than anything. But I've heard it's virtually impossible to get those screens off those things without destroying them, right? Because that adhesive is ridiculous, isn't it? Like, I've seen them pick those things apart, and what they have to go through to get that old screen out is pretty amazing. I mean, I think the adhesive is pretty gross. Like, they have to pull it apart piece by piece.
Good. Then hopefully they ruin it, and whatever
right.
they're trying to do with that phone, they'll be
shame on them.
shame on them.
But if you're looking for a silver lining,
Please.
I'm reading here too is that like because all of your passwords are Face ID, all of your passwords are pretty safe when someone is using your phone that's not you.
Right.
That a lot of it says good news, your personal information more than likely is going to be completely fine.
That's
and,
awesome.
And untouched.
That's awesome.
Just because of all of these safety procedures now that we have.
Isn't there a thing also where you can send your phone a message even if this happens and it'll automatically encrypt your entire phone?
Yeah, so when if you have your Apple ID account, you can log in online and then say lost phone and then have it flash a message say this phone is lost, please call this number, and enter that. So when they try and turn it on, that's the message that pops up.
Oh, wow.
And you can also erase your phone.
Right. Remotely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't taken that step.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the big
no.
red button right there, though.
Yeah.
That's the big red button. Now, you're going out to Megacon. Do you know do you have a target to maybe meet anybody or just going to kind of tool around? There's some pretty famous people out there.
a lot, man.
I have no idea who's there.
Shatner.
Is he?
What?
I heard like the Back to the Future cast is there.
I didn't worry too much about the people because that's when you pay a stupid amount of money for a picture, and I'm not interested.
Right.
And it's not, and it's the wait too, because the one year that I had gone when they had some characters from Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Yeah.
it wasn't so much the money; it was like, how many hours do I have to wait to get that photo?
It's insane.
I went one other time. I just want to kind of witness the experience the
watch.
vibe. And,
Yeah.
people want all of it. Just see that, grab some pictures, a little stuff for the social meds.
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston is going to be there. He plays Loki.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be there. That's a giant star, right?
Big time.
He is. Yes.
Rainn Wilson from The Office is going to be there.
Yep.
Gina Davis is going to be there.
Oh wow!
Let's see. I saw one earlier that was kind of interesting. Marissa Tomei is going to be there. Let's see. Loretta Swit is going to be there from the old MASH days.
That's
Hot
amazing.
lips.
Dude, I think Jamie Farr is going to be there.
The Tom and Dan interviewed Loretta Swit just like a couple months back.
I remember that. Yeah.
It was, that's part of my yours too, Jimmy, because we used to watch MASH all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're a Star Wars person, I mean, this is as good as it gets. I mean, you have like Hayden Christensen, right? You have Anthony Daniels. You have, let's see, Ewan McGregor is going to be there. I mean, that's a lot of people. Also, the entire cast of Charmed is going to be there, which includes Holly Marie Combs, Alyssa Milano, and Rose McGowan. Juliette Lewis is going to be there.
Wow, there you go.
That's a lot of people in town, man.
You got Stranger Thing kids that
That's
are no
right.
longer kids.
Right, they're grown-ass people.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yeah, Jamie Farr is going to be there. Tony Danza is going to be there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's with Angela.
What day are you going, Jack?
Who's the boss? Sunday.
There we go.
Sunday.
Because I know that, I think that different days, I think Sunday's the best day to go, too.
Really?
I thought Saturday was.
So Sunday, this is what I've been told, word on the street, is that Sunday all the vendors are like, I don't want to travel with all my stuff.
That's the good deal making time?
That's the great
Nice.
deal
Really?
time. I have found some killer jewelry. I mean, this is one of those events where I learned my lesson because I walked in thinking, oh my God, all these geeks, whatever. And then I walked in and I was like, oh,
I'm a geek.
I'm home. These are my people.
You felt so safe.
I was home. I walked around and I was like, oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh,
That's
I
great.
love that.
It's the place to be.
All
It
right.
really is. It's a good time.
Well, I'm dying to hear a review on Monday of Jack's experience at Megacon coming up this weekend. If you see Jack over there, go over and give him a little slight tap on the booty. Just a little tap on the
I'm with
booty.
my daughters.
Just up slap his booty.
Then just cup it a little.
Yeah, just a little
Easy.
cup,
Just
soft
cup
cup.
it a little.
Soft cup. And then whisper, I've got the phone. All right, 407-916-1041. Deb News?
Yeah, good thing we're laughing because we're going to kick the woke news off with the news that actor Carl Weathers has died at age 76.
Wow, man.
Closer to home, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper is killed in a wrong-way crash with a semi on I-95, and some Tampa neighbors are struggling to find the source of a mysterious noise.
Oh, I thought you were going to say smell. Those are always the most interesting. Is the noise just as good?
Then I think it is.
All right.
I think it is, and we'll talk about that and much more coming up next during Woke News.
You got it. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Cash is your 3 o'clock keyword, CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Good luck. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more. The Jim Colbert Show.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Looking at accident activity on I-4 westbound this afternoon out in Polk County, where a crash currently blocks the left lane just after Osceola Polk Line Road. Looking at your normal afternoon slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and 535, a crash is currently blocking the westbound right lane on Colonial Drive at Hiawassee Road. If you see other traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Join Jeff Martin Auctioneers for the annual Winter Kissimmee, Florida Construction and Transportation Live Auction, February 12th through February 15th, featuring heavy equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way, live, on-site, or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 29th, get the best prices on Made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch only four for $10 all month long. Don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment to one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a tune-up for spring. Tools has 12 convenient locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. Get that free in-store pickup or delivery, guys. You can also mention that they have a brand new store coming up in Hamlin. That's right, Hamlin coming soon. It's toolsacehardware.com.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Let me tell you a story. I had a client who got injured. He only asked for the insurance company to cover his rent for 3 months. They said no. We ended up getting him $325,000. Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys. Prospective client may not obtain the same or similar results.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Get ready for the big game with the free iHeartRadio app. Pre-game with perfectly tailored playlists like Big Game Tailgate Party and more. iHeartRadio has the perfect soundtrack for your pregame party, whether it's just you or a block party for the entire neighborhood. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Tailgate, and listen now. Make the big game great with iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
At work, just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. Your mic is off. Your mic is off. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Cash is your 3 o'clock keyword, CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Remember, if you're playing a game, keep your phone near, turn it on, and even if you don't recognize a number, you got to pick it up because that's how they tell you you've won. Cash is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
Nailed it. Woke News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Tomorrow morning, while you're tootling around, give him a listen as he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show.
Sexy voice, that Don.
Yeah, he does. A very soothing voice
It
as
is,
well.
very soothing.
Comforting.
Yeah.
All right.
Therapeutic.
Actor Carl Weathers has died at the age of 76. Weathers is known for starring as Apollo Creed, of course, in the first 4 Rocky movies. In a statement, his family said he died in his sleep on Thursday.
Wow.
Weathers also appeared, though, in Happy Gilmore, Predator, and Action Jackson. Not only that, most recently he played Greef Karga in the hit Star Wars series The Mandalorian, but he was also a former linebacker for Jack's beloved Oakland Raiders.
Yeah. He had a good career, man.
Yeah,
He really
baby.
did. He made some iconic roles. I mean, almost everything, like every one of those roles. Chubbs. From Happy Gilmore, from Predator. That character was iconic. Of course, Apollo Creed was iconic.
I remember all of those movies, even Action Jackson, because that was after he came to fame in the Rocky series and then had his own leading role. But yes, popped up in The Mandalorian, and this is the very first time I am learning that he was a member of my Raiders.
The autumn wind is a Raider.
Beloved Oakland Raiders. And also a little Deborah side note as well.
Which is?
He was also he was a character in Toy Story Tower of Terror.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was. He played Carl.
Okay, well, aptly named.
An action figure who lost his arm and had a little mini-me, and it was a funny character.
Well, he's got a lot of characters that lose limbs.
And what movie?
Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Toy Story Tower of Terror. It's their Halloween. It's their Halloween. You usually find that coming out around Halloween.
One of the greatest mustaches to ever rock.
All-timer.
Of all time.
One of the greatest mini fros of all time.
Oh, man.
All right, on to another story we had talked about, but not a lot of, this is the latest update. The 3 men found dead and frozen at a Kansas City Chiefs watch party had 3 times the lethal amount of fentanyl along with cocaine and THC. That's according to toxicology reports released this week. They were discovered at their friend Jordan Willis's Kansas City home in his backyard on January 9th. Yeah, that's 2 days after the game.
Right.
Now, this guy claims that he had no idea that that's where his friends were, despite the fact apparently their vehicles were still parked outside of his residence.
Right.
For 2 days, family members, fiancés banging on the doors and windows, trying to find out what the hell happened when the fiancé of one of them was able to get in and found them in the backyard, 1 on the porch and 2 deeper in the backyard. Now, Willis claims he went to bed and had no idea his friends were in the backyard. Willis, who was an HIV scientist, who apparently had a pretty interesting nickname amongst his group of friends.
Yeah, I heard they called him the chemist.
What?
Yeah.
A twist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Well, he, again, an HIV scientist, has since checked himself into rehab.
Right.
Again, he has not been charged, but the investigation continues.
Yeah.
That's how bad HIV is. Even the scientists are up to bad stuff.
It's wild, man. That's
Isn't
such
crazy
a wild story.
Yeah, there's something about it a lot about it doesn't add up.
Or they just, they were going up the ladder, smoked a little weed, did some coke, figured that wasn't enough, and then hit the other thing, or maybe the coke had fentanyl in it. That's one of the things we hear about now, and they passed out. You can't, that's a real pass out.
Exactly.
And,
you're outside.
And it doesn't take long when it's like, what, 0?
And then, he's inside nodding off. All right, closer to home, a 26-year-old Florida Highway Patrol trooper has died in the line of duty after being involved in an accident with a big rig on the Treasure Coast. FHP trooper Zachary Fink died while attempting to detain a fleeing felon in St. Lucie County who was driving the wrong direction on I-95. Trooper Fink was hit by the semi and critically injured. The truck driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Trooper Fink was airlifted to Lawnwood Regional, where he succumbed to his injuries, unfortunately. The suspect is in custody, and a 14-mile stretch of I-95 was shut down in both directions for hours.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the National Transportation Safety Board is investigating a deadly Pinellas County plane crash. The FAA says the small aircraft crashed into the Bayside Waters Mobile Home Park in Clearwater last night, killing the pilot and 2 people on the ground. Now, the pilot reported engine failure shortly after the fiery incident. It was shortly after 7 o'clock last night. The pilot took off. About 8 minutes later was when the first phone call came in from the mobile home park. At least 4 homes were damaged, and crews were back at the wreckage site this morning as they try to collect more information.
Okay, so this is a destination. What do they call this thing? A final destination scenario. Do you want the sinkhole or do you want the plane out of nowhere? Do you want to just be sitting in your recliner watching a show, having a beer after work, and then a plane falls onto you, killing you?
I'm going to go plane.
I think death comes quicker. The sweet release of death comes quicker
than you watching yourself get swallowed whole by the earth. I would agree.
But it depends.
So are we all going with plane?
I mean, if it hits the other end of the house, it could be a little slower process.
I guess.
Yeah, good point.
I want pain-free.
If I get hit by a sinkhole, I think I pissed off God. If I get hit by a plane, I'm like, Delta hates me. I'm like, I can deal with that.
Oh my God, the odds are so small, though, you know?
All right, well,
I guess for both.
3 people are dead after a crash in Marion County. Well, this will be the last of the
I was going to say, is
mayhem
anybody
stories.
living through the news today?
No. This story is so egregious, and reporters asking the Marion County Sheriff about it. Man, they pissed him off so bad. He cussed during the news conference.
Did he really?
He said, I knew you people were going to push my buttons, and that theory is absolute S.
Okay.
Because it happened yesterday afternoon on Highway 40 in Silver Springs. That's because a stolen sheriff's SUV hit a pickup truck. And the reporter was saying, well, what about the deputy who left their SUV running that the, criminal was able to get into? And he said that had nothing to do with this. He said what it is a moron stole a deputy's SUV while they were investigating a suspicious incident. The suspect was identified as a 33-year-old woman, and investigators say she was going over 100 miles an hour when she hit the truck. She and unfortunately 2 people in that truck died, and another person in the truck is in critical condition.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, the audio, though, it's a legitimate question of what is the policy about leaving the police vehicles running that someone could run in and take it.
Right.
So it's a legit question, but it was also an emotional moment for the guy, and he kind of he let that reporter have it.
Yeah, because
really
they have to
keep the S word.
I mean, the canine units have to stay running all the time because of the AC.
Because of the car,
I guess
the dogs.
They lock. I mean, I would think that it would be standard, kind of procedure to lock your vehicle, even if you leave it running.
I don't know. I don't know in that heat of the moment type of situation where you see the person you're pursuing and it's, do I take the 10 seconds to put it into, and do all of that, or do I go get the suspect
but
and after?
He's right. I mean, somebody stole a car and caused 3 deaths.
Yeah.
And when you really boil it down, that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. All right. New security measures are in place now at a Brevard County rail crossing where 2 deadly accidents took place last month in just a matter of days from each other. Brightline installed a red light camera system this week at the W.H. Jackson Street crossing. That's just south of downtown Melbourne. Authorities believe the 2 fatal incidents in January happened after the drivers illegally went around the gates while a train was approaching. Some of our listeners have pointed out, the Brightline goes a lot faster than the freight trains are used to seeing in that area. So the new software will now take photos of violators before sending the information to local police. Let's hope the police can get to them before the train does.
Yeah.
Similar efforts are in effect at several crossings in Miami-Dade County, where Brightline has had far more issues in South Florida than they've had here.
Yeah.
All right, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, but I did a little digging, and this has been going on in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all around the country. But the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is the latest one to issue a warning about a game that teenagers and young adults are playing that could put them in danger.
Don't fall.
It's called Assassins.
Okay. This already sounds bad. I mean, off rip, I'm against it.
Well, it's called Assassins, and it's not to be confused with a video game. In this case, the sheriff's office says it's a social role-playing game that's become a recent trend across the nation.
Even worse.
Now, players create teams.
Okay.
And you've even heard of this taking place on schools, like schools having teams.
All right, so
then
far.
Then they use toy guns to assassinate the other team. Think a toy gun, a water gun.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, police are concerned, though, because people might think that toy gun is real, might think their life really is in danger, and that could put the player at risk of injury or even death. So parents are being urged to talk to their children about the potential dangers of the game.
Yeah, some of those airsoft guns when they first came out. I mean, from
Still
a
do, yeah.
from a distance, if you color that orange barrel thing, From a distance, it's really convincing.
Yep, it is. And there's been a couple of cases around the
You're just joining us. I got kicked out of the 7th grade via an airsoft gun, and I was the year right before they put the orange tips mandatory legally on all airsoft guns.
Oh.
I didn't bring it to the school. I brought it to the bus stop, and I thought we were playing a game with all the other kids, and yet I'm the only, whatever. I'd rather not talk about
You're
it.
the early assassin guy.
Yeah, that was me. I was the first one.
Way ahead. Way ahead.
He's a trendsetter, guys. He's a trendsetter.
Call me Orange Tip Padge. Don't, actually. I'll take that back.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I played a small role in going, like, the country stepped up, was like, dude, everyone thinks they're real guns.
Well,
Stop that.
There were a couple of cases of kids being shot at playgrounds and
Sure.
stuff because they were waving what looked like a real weapon into other people. They don't know it's an airsoft.
That kid that got killed at Millwee Middle School was shot by the cops, had an airsoft gun that they'd broken the tip off of.
And I believe there was another case in Milwaukee of a child being shot and killed.
It is kind of wild because as kids, we used to have like these dart guns or things like that. We'd run around playing. It was cops and robbers. It wasn't like assassin.
Right.
It was just like cops and robbers and stuff.
Yeah, my airsoft gun was a Beretta.
Yeah, it looked just like it.
It was just like it, even a similar weight.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of other silly online trends, this is a follow-up to an earlier story during Woke News this week. That 17-year-old from California who's in police custody after being extradited to Florida to face charges that he conducted a swatting call targeting a mosque in Sanford last year. Now, for those who don't know, swatting calls are false 911 calls about a mass shooting or other violent incident to spark a heavy police response. Again, there was a man in Kansas City, Kansas, I believe, who was killed on the front steps of his own home because he opens the door and there's 10, 15 police officers. And I believe he had grabbed his weapon not knowing what was going on and was shot and killed. In this case, it's Alan Winston Fillion is being charged as an adult and is facing felony counts of filing false reports, unlawful use of communication devices, and swatting. Now, investigators believe that Fillion is also behind hundreds of swatting calls across the country that targeted schools, historically black colleges, the homes of FBI agents, and to show you just what a brainiac this kid is, even his own home.
Yeah, he's dumb. And this guy looking at like 10 years?
Oh, easy, yeah.
I mean, I don't do that. Well, can we at least talk about how funny it is to you swatted an FBI agent?
Yeah.
So he gets the call and he's like, I'm already here.
Did he run outside and kick his own door in?
Yeah, like what? There's a lot of comedy on that one.
Right. Come out with your hands up. Wait, I'm out here. Hold on.
It's me. It's a paradox. Who am I?
A bill that'll allow minors to work up to 40 hours a week is moving forward in Tallahassee. A State House committee yesterday passed House Bill 49. The bill allows 16 and 17-year-olds to work more than 30 hours a week during the school year. It also allows them to work more than 8 hours before a school day. How the hell? A Senate version of the bill passed committee this week.
How can we make public education worse?
It's all about the kids, Jack. We're just protecting the kids, buddy.
Oh, all right. Well, the Florida Senate is expected to take up that bill designed to ban children from using social media early next week. Don't want them using social media when they're at work at 4.
Exactly. When they're crushing boxes when it's not even light outside yet. The last thing we want is them on TikTok.
Yeah. More broom time, less Facebook.
As they put in 6 hours before school.
Get back to being Cinderella.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you're not going to like any of this.
No.
You're not even going to like your likes.
The measure going before a state committee on Monday would prevent kids under 16 from creating accounts on social media platforms. It would also remove existing profiles that fall under the same age bracket. Yeah, good luck with this. House Speaker Paul Renner says lawmakers are expected to revise the legislation after concerns were raised about potential legal challenges. If that happens, it would then be sent back to the House for another vote.
Can't have a TikTok account, but you can certainly mop Waffle House floors.
Exactly.
You can do that.
All right, landscapers in one part of Orange County. Whew.
Oh, man, I got this story. It's a fiery one. No, go ahead. No, please.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, they're getting more time to comply with the new law. Don't know if you guys heard or not, but the Winter Park City Commission voted yesterday to delay imposing fines on those who violate a ban on gas-powered leaf blowers. You know, pretty much every landscaping company in the entire state of Florida.
These people are losing their minds because to upgrade to the electric ones is like $500 more.
Yeah.
So they're, one guy has like 85% of his business is in the Winter Park area. Now can't use his leaf blower, has to upgrade. Already working on tiny margins because of the competition in the landscaping space. It's crazy what's happening over there. And they like unanimous. They re-voted on it, right? And it was like unanimous.
Well, the ban passed in 2022, but will go into effect in July. But violators will only get a warning. Fines won't be issued until January 2025.
Now, those things are awful. I'm going to be honest with you. Those things sound like you're being attacked by an army of drones. But usually they're done by like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm joking.
They have a whole year to still use them and phase them out.
Exactly.
That's tough, though.
It is tough. With no incentives to help them kind of get out of it. They just kind of, and they still got to run the mowers and the edgers. It's all powered by,
gas. And anybody who's owned one of my best friends had his own landscaping company for a long time. And one of the biggest problems is your crew breaking your stuff and not telling you, stealing your stuff and not telling you, rolling it into a retention pond. You know, those pieces of equipment are so expensive.
They are.
To fix and just maintain and to buy. And
How much do you think those mowers are, Ross? Like
what,
those
electric ones?
No, the mowers they use for like the pros.
Those are thousands.
Yeah, tens of thousands.
Yeah, those are very expensive.
I think entry level for those zero turn ones for a really good quality one is like anywhere from I think 15 to 22 grand for one mower.
Oh, I've always thought it was a little too much money just to sit.
Well, if you'd rather be standing, walking, maybe running, final preparations are underway in Orlando ahead of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials. The men's race will begin at 10:10 a.m. tomorrow morning, followed by the women's race 10 minutes later. Hundreds of runners will begin and finish near Lake Eola Park in downtown. The city says Rosalind Avenue between Central and Robinson Streets is shut down today. It's shut down at noon, and it will be that way until Sunday morning.
Yep.
Several other roads are scheduled to be closing starting at 5 a.m. on Saturday, with traffic in those areas expected to return to normal by 4 p.m. Sunday.
Good luck.
Meanwhile, a Marion County woman has a chance to make her Olympic dreams come true this weekend. I thought this was pretty cool. Ocala's Anne-Marie Blaney will be running tomorrow in the U.S. Olympic Team Marathon Trials. The 30-year-old Bellevue High School UCF grad says it's so crazy this is happening in her backyard. Sorry, I was doing a little bit of research before the news. And it'll be awesome to see family and friends cheering her on along the way. She also tells Fox 35 it would be a dream to represent Team USA in Paris this summer.
How about that?
So go to the trials. If you're not going to wear your red, white, and blue, then wear your black and gold for the UCF grad who's trying to be on Team USA.
Very cool.
And then finally,
okay,
a Tampa woman is on a mission, Jimmy.
Okay.
This mission is to find the source of a mysterious noise.
All right, I'm listening.
Sarah Healy lives in South Tampa, where she and other residents have been hearing a strange noise for weeks. She says the noise has also been reported in West Shore, Ballast Point, Davis Island, and Port Tampa.
Stop.
She started a GoFundMe page last month to pay for a study to find where the noise is coming from, and some speculate fish are responsible.
Fish?
Blah, 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 blah.
The black drum fish.
What's that? Is that a fish?
That is the black drum fish.
Does she live underwater?
It is known, the black drum fish is known to emit a mating noise that can carry for miles. Dr. James Lacasio has studied the
Oh, man, okay. Yeah, we know what that is.
Dude, that sounds like you munching on like Doritos.
That fish had way too much cabbage.
Hey, that's you with Hostess.
No,
that was
get
just
outta here.
audio of you munching on a ding dong.
That's me tying my shoes.
There it is.
Well, Dr. James Lacasio has studied the black drum fish, and he says residents in Southwest Florida reported a similar phenomenon almost 20 years ago.
Crazy.
He wants to place recorders at homes on the coast to get to the bottom of this. Healy recently told News Channel 8 over on the Gulf Coast, the fish theory sounds plausible, But people have also speculated secret operations at MacDill Air Force Base.
Come on, of course they have, right? Yeah.
And even aliens.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sounds fishy to me.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. We're all friends here.
That audio sounded like my nephew eating a corn dog.
We're all friends here.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to not want to think about that. But either way, you now are all officially woke.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us. 7703. God almighty, man. How am I supposed to do the show with this in my face?
Wait for it.
Oh, God.
Dude, that's like a brown note right there.
Sounds like an antacid commercial.
If you've got some
All right,
diarrhea.
cash is your 3 o'clock keyword. CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back next with Seeker Sale and Embers Only right after this.
Get ready to text your vote for Sink or Sail. Coming up next on The Jim Colbert Show.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Well, we've got a beautiful midday weather forecast update from Fox 35. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner, and this afternoon will be spectacular with bright sunshine. Our high temperature 72 degrees. It is Groundhog Day. The groundhog did not see a shadow, so expect an early start to spring. But that's every day here in Florida during the wintertime, isn't it? Tomorrow, the high 74, a beautiful Saturday, but don't let your guard down. We've got a rainy system moving in for Sunday with periodic downpours and thunderstorms all day.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Join Jeff Martin Auctioneers for the annual Winter Kissimmee, Florida Construction and Transportation Live Auction, February 12th through February 15th, featuring heavy equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way, live, on-site, or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
Hey, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Rebath of Mid-Florida. If you're considering replacing or remodeling a bathroom in your home, do not make a move until you get a quote from Rebath of Mid-Florida, because once you see the products they have to offer, once you see the design layouts they have to offer, and once you've seen some of the work they've done before, you will be convinced. And man, when you start reading these reviews like this one here, wow, just got home from work, got to see my bathrooms all finished, can't stop smiling and staring at this finished bathroom. They're amazing. Wife could not be happier. Came out way better than we could imagine. Here's why. Because the owner and his son own this company, and at times they could be on your job. They are hands-on owners with great products and incredible craftsmanship to make sure that your bathroom remodel or replacement is going to be amazing. And you know the 2 big box stores that handle this kind of stuff, the blue and the orange? That's who does their installations. It's Rebath. If they can trust them, you can as well. Log on to the website, look at the before and afters, and drop by the showroom. It's easy to find, 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Book your appointment today. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Addiction can be isolating, but there is strength in numbers. Together, we can bring out the best in those who are in need of recovery while removing stigma. The Phoenix has built a nationwide community in support of people living a sober lifestyle. In partnership with 1 Million Strong, we're uniting the music industry, fans, and artists to take action to transform the way people think about addiction and recovery. Are you affected by addiction, or do you know someone who is? Visit 1millionstrong.com to connect with the Phoenix community and find the support you need.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
What's up? This is Will I Am. I'm joining Stand Up to Cancer and Providence Health System to let you know that colon cancer affects the Black community at a higher rate. But there's hope. If you're 45 and older, go get a colon cancer screening right now, because it's 91% beatable if detected early. Ask your doctor or go to providence.org/colon cancer to determine which screening option is right for you.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trendley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trendley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman Lind in the Under Oath podcast. You listen to a lot of attorney commercials, normally concerning the qualifications of that firm, that they will fight for you, that they don't get paid unless you get paid. Instead of doing a commercial, I'm just going to give you some free advice. If you get into a car accident, make sure you receive medical treatment from a doctor within 14 days. If not, the insurance companies can hold you responsible for the first $10,000 of your medical treatment. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
It's time for Sink or Sail. If you think this song is yacht rock, text SAIL to 77031. If not, text SINK.
No.
.031. Got a few minutes left for your 3 o'clock keyword. It's cash, C-A-S-H. Just simply go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Turn it up.
I love a rainy night. I love to
Don't tell me who this is.
Watch the lightning when it lights up the sky.
Started writing it in 1968, put it on the shelf.
Oh, yeah, I guess he did.
And then he released it. It was a big hit for him at the time. It's actually falls under the category, the genre of country music. But, you know, it was really interesting because I played this as the Sink or Sail song on Sunday during Captain's Log Radio this past Sunday from 8 to 9. And at first, the text messages were coming in as sink, and I thought it was going to be a sink. But then by the end of the song, there was a surge of text messages, and it was a decidedly sail vote,
Are you
where
kidding?
it was definitely voted as it should be yacht rock.
Wow,
That is not the case. I
It
find
is not the case today,
I find
boss.
Fridays definitely more cynical.
Yes, yeah,
when
way
and
more
a very,
cynical. I like it.
Much tougher crowd
Yes.
when determining yacht rock. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if we've ever had a sale. No, we have on Fridays. However,
I think the sales win. I think the sales win. I think we've had more sales than sinks.
Do you?
I
do.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
This one's
today.
getting his ass kicked today. I mean, this one is, to me, again, for one thing, almost too upbeat. And then secondly, it does have that country tinge. I always knew this as a country song. It has
like
got a
Bob
country
Denver.
pop.
But it does, it can be a country. Country doesn't preclude it from being yacht rock.
Oh, yeah?
It can be.
Is there a country yacht rock song?
Let's see. John Denver. What's that song?
Rocky Mountain High?
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High.
I love that song.
Colorado. That's Denver, right?
And the West Virginia one.
Yeah,
West
Mountain
Virginia,
Mama.
Mount
Yeah.
Mama.
And that's
Bring me
borderline.
home.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that might be next week.
All right.
There
very
you
good.
go.
Anyway, Sink or Sail, we do it every Sunday when we do Captain's Log Radio and every Friday afternoon on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah, Eddie Rabbit had the ladies in a twist back in the day.
That's why they called him Rabbit.
No, they loved him.
That's how he did it.
They loved Eddie Rabbit.
Yeah.
I forgot that name.
Didn't he have another song like Windshield Wiper, Slapping on the Windshield?
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yes.
Because that was another gigantic hit, like back to back. This guy had it on lock for about 3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
This
I
guy
remember
just
that
like
look.
Just like a rabbit.
yeah.
They don't live that long.
Driving My Life Away is a song
Driving
you're
My Life
talking
Away. That was
about.
a massive hit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, big country. And that's like kind of led into the years of Alabama dominating the country scene and I think becoming one of the most or the most successful group in all of country music history, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like a good song, but I'm not trying to go on a yacht with it.
Yeah, I'm not either, buddy.
I'm not calling it yacht rock.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Were you researching something?
I got a phone update for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So,
All right,
yesterday,
first segment, if you're just tuning in, Jack's wife lost her phone.
Yeah. This was yesterday. It was at a thrift store over in East Orlando.
The irony.
She went back there, put it in a cart and, forgot it. Got home, immediately realized she didn't have it, went back, could not find it. Went back this morning to do another thorough search. Could not find it. In the interim, we log into her Apple account, and today, actually, in this last commercial break, I logged in and checked, and it actually did ping in Apopka this morning at 11 a.m.
Oh, my Lord.
I have an address. It shows me on the map where this phone is.
Oh, boy, you got to send the cops.
They're not going to go for a phone.
Yeah, I think
I
they
don't know.
will. It's $1,000. It's grand theft.
How about all the law enforcement that listens? Can we get some
Yeah,
popo
no.
to respond for us?
I'm not looking for
Dude,
special favors.
but I mean, it's
if we want to send it our militia, we could.
No.
It's in Ross.
It's $1,000, dude. That's grand theft. $500, I believe. Anything over $500 is grand theft. It's an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
A relatively new one. Or
It's not relatively.
What year? I have an 8.
Okay, yeah. It's
maybe a little bit more than that. I think I have a 10 now.
Do you know what number we're on right now?
Yeah, it's like 18 or 30 or something, right?
1790. I have iPhone 1792.
The new one uses the power of the sun to keep us all alive, right? You can
Solar.
have X-ray vision.
Solar iPhone.
As
Right,
I
exactly.
mentioned, she's probably due for an update, an upgrade, which is going to be happening
Now,
tomorrow.
look, here's what you don't want to do. You definitely don't want to go just blind knocking on doors in an APK.
Oh, hell no.
You don't want to do that.
No. It's not too far from where we are right now.
Hey, let's send Ross over. He's got the stocking cap. He could pull down over his eyes. He's got a pinky ring.
We are.
So
he looks like the part.
Not doing that.
What does that mean?
Apparently, they turned it on. I guess it's turned off right now because. So I said reported as lost. So I sent a message. I said this phone has been lost. Please call this number. I put my cell phone number on it. No calls yet. And then the other thing is I said make it ring. And both of those actions say pending. So I guess as soon as they access the internet, those messages will go through to the phone.
There you are.
Ooh, come
boy.
on.
They're going to break that thing in half and throw it in the river.
Which I guess
All
is
right.
okay because the next step I clicked was erase this phone.
Oh, yeah.
So I let my wife know. I go, I'm going to wipe the phone clean. But so here's a little twist on Apple, on the iCloud. You go to wipe the phone clean. It says you cannot do that without the verification. It sends a verification to the phone.
Oh. Well, listen, someone did just text us at 77031. Go to the cops. They did for my daughters when someone took it out of the cart at Publix.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can do that. Let's do Embers only real quick.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. 3 of these beautiful locations here in Central Florida and a couple others elsewhere, downtown Heathrow, Sand Lake here in Orlando, Sarasota, and Tampa on the West Coast, and always online at coronacigar.com. What is Corona Cigar? What are these lounges? They're amazing. Yeah, they are cigar stores, no question, but they're more lounges. It's not only for you to buy your cigars, but to enjoy one with a great spirit right there in an environment that is really custom built to do just that, to chill out, relax, kind of let things go for a little bit, have a nice smoke, a nice little drink, and then go off on your merry way. You can't get a better place to do it than Corona Cigar. Again, 3 locations, Heathrow Downtown and Sand Lake Road. This week's cigar of the week is the House Resolution Speaker. And this is an interesting cigar because it was actually built to raise money to fight a piece of legislation that was going to shut down cigar stores. The Traditional Cigar Manufacturing and Small Business Jobs Preservation Act is a proactive bill written to prevent the FDA from taking away your freedom to purchase and enjoy cigars. And that was going to happen in Florida for a while.
Yeah.
They were actually going to try to do that.
They did it in California, except for cigar stores.
Right, exactly. So the J.C. Newman Company and the guys over at Corona kind of partnered up. They made this medium-bodied blend of this aged Cuban seed tobacco, Nicaraguan long-grown filler tobacco, beautiful sweet flavor, little leather and nutmeggy in there, and they're just really, really nice cigars. There's a couple choices here. This is the House Resolution Speaker. It is $89.95 a box. That's half off, literally 47% off retail. I have a box of these in my house right now. They are delicious. You're going to love it. It is the House Resolution Speaker, and it is your cigar of the week. And yes, they will ship these everywhere. So if you hear there's some podcasts, they will send them to you for sure. Only $89.95 a box. There you go. Thanks, Thanks, Corona Cigar. We appreciate that so much. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Looking at accident activity on I-4 westbound this afternoon out in Polk County, where a crash currently blocks the left lane just after Osceola Polk Line Road. Looking at your normal afternoon slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and 535, a crash is currently blocking the westbound right lane on Colonial Drive at Hiawassee Road. If you see other traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Whenever you need us, just reach out and we'll be there with more locations, more experts, and more resources to deliver the healthcare you need to comfort you and make you feel your best. Find a care site near you at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Inflation is running high. Nobody knows when it's going to level out. That's why you got to make your move now and buy your windows and doors at FAS Windows and Doors and lock in your price. These guys have the largest showroom in all of Central Florida. 38 unique windows ready for you to operate. Pick out your favorites and, of course, have them installed by their pros. They're all built with impact-resistant glass for security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. Not to mention they have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors. All estimates are always free. And the thing I love the most, they give you so many different options. All the products have a lifetime warranty. And if you act right now, $55 per window and $95 per door rebates are ready for you. No money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months is available as well. Showroom could not be easier to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out your windows. Your house will love you. It'll give you a big hug. It'll be so quiet, so efficient. Your AC will work less, which means it'll last longer. And of course, your power bills will drop as well. Log on today and book your appointment. It's FASWD.com.
If you're ready for some outdoor family fun, head to Sanford Riverwalk on Saturday, February 3rd for the Touch a Truck event. The Seminole County Office of Emergency Management is hosting this disaster equipment showcase for Severe Weather Awareness Week, where everyone can see and experience vehicles and equipment from agencies that respond during and after severe weather events and disasters. Saturday, February 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., it's time to touch a truck at the Sanford Riverwalk at Fort Mellon Park. Head to realradio.fm/events for more details.
A Fifth Third better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third better.
That's what a Fifth Third better means. This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
This week at Target, you'll find great deals for everyone. Save 25% on delicious treats from Favorite Day, like seasonal cookies, candy, and more with Target Circle. Prep for your spring getaway with 30% off swim for the whole family, or save 50% on the Sur La Table 5-quart air fryer. And discover great pet deals at Target. Right now, save 20% on Fresh Step or Up and Up cat litter. Check back each week for more new ways to save. But hurry, these deals end Saturday, so it's time for a Target run. Restrictions apply. See Target.com for details.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. B-I-L-L-S. Bills. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, this is how I got my cell phone back. I left it at a Wawa, and I went to the counter looking for it and everything, but I seen this guy follow me into the bathroom, so I assumed he got it, and my phone was unlocked. So this is what I did. I said, hey, I'm with OPD. I need that phone. Give me my phone. Take it back to where you got it from. And believe it or not, he did it. This is Calvin.
Damn. Good for you, Calvin. All right, 407-916-1041. Bills, B-I-L-L-S. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at that $1,000. Bills, guys, that is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I had a winner yesterday.
Yeah,
2
we did 2 o'clock.
yesterday on the news junkie.
Our fifth.
Our fifth. That's right.
$5,000.
We're on
Let's
one.
go.
There you go. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here, and Ross is as well.
Did you almost call yourself Deb?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Thought I'd call that out.
You want to talk about it?
No, it's just when the music ends like that, it throws me for a loop for some reason. I don't know what Jack. What are you doing? Why are you doing that to me? Why do you kill me like that? I told you yesterday, I hate that. I hate it when it comes to a stop like that.
It's a little fun to watch.
No, it's not. Nothing fun about it.
No. Not from your
Yeah,
perspective.
okay, my bad. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I know the movie business isn't back, not even close to pre-pandemic levels, but I saw something today that was a little bit inspiring. And the funny thing is, I have a love-hate relationship with this original movie. Did you guys see the news today?
No.
A sequel for a really, really different movie from a very, very different director that Deb loves.
Oh.
David Lynch.
Not David Lynch.
Danny Boyle.
They released the poster for this movie today.
Tim Burton.
Oh, yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice 2 is coming out this year. And it's gonna be 9/6/24. So what is that? August, September?
September.
So September 6th of this year. The sequel for Beetlejuice is going to be released. And I guess it's going to have a lot of people that were in the original movie.
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara is going to be in the movie.
That's huge. She's so underrated.
Oh, it really is.
I love her.
Winona Ryder and Michael Keaton are both going to be in the movie.
Ah.
I mean, you couldn't do this movie without Keaton, right?
I don't think you can really.
No.
It would have been weird.
I was trying to
Correct.
think, like, who even could pull that character off, even with the makeup kind of shielding. He just had this really odd, jerky, almost insect-like nature to him when they were shooting that. I mean, I think they could get the makeup close for anybody, but I don't know if the mannerisms would fit.
I'll be honest with you. There's a theme park here that employs Beetlejuice full time, and he's crushing it.
Oh, really?
In my opinion, I would just say marketing-wise and integrity-wise and likability-wise, art needs to be liked for it to turn a profit. And if you were to throw any other name than Michael Keaton, all the Beetlejuice fans would riot.
Oh, yeah,
they would not see it.
Yes, we would.
That's red meat to the masses, isn't it?
Honestly, I think, artistically and film-wise, I think you could replace, but it wouldn't be the same. It just would not work.
Listen to this new cast. Have you heard any of the cast?
No, I don't know who's on it.
Jenna Ortega is going to play Wednesday. Is that right?
That's going to be huge.
Oh, no, she doesn't play Wednesday. She plays the daughter of Lydia, so she plays Winona Ryder's daughter.
Wednesday's the Addams Family.
Right, exactly right. She plays that character in that. I read it incorrectly. So Willem Dafoe is going to be part of this.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Monica Bellucci and Justin Theroux are all going to be part of this. But the funny thing is where they filmed this movie is in a little town called East Corinth, Vermont, right? And they transformed that into the fictitious Winter River, Connecticut for the first movie. But the problem is, I guess they've had some bad flooding.
Yeah.
And it's wiped out the general store and the gazebo and the parking lot to the nearby river. So it doesn't even look the same as the old town, when they shot it.
It's Tim Burton too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton as well. Yeah,
that's also what you need. You need Tim Burton and Michael Keaton for this movie to work.
Exactly, and Catherine O'Hara.
They started filming it last May, and then, of course, when the strike hit, they had to kind of put it on hold. He released a photograph of him sitting in a chair on one of the sets, Tim Burton, saying, "Just finished shooting Beetlejuice," and it got 600,000 likes. So very interesting. And here's the thing. I thought the first one was great. It was one of the weirdest movies.
Yes.
It was so bizarre. And the soundtrack was great. And it was just, I don't know, it was really odd. Did you know much about Catherine O'Hara at that point? Wasn't she part of like SCTV or one of the comedy
I believe
troops?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
She part of that Christopher Guest group? The Best in Show?
I think that's SCTV, isn't it?
I think it's just CTV, maybe?
CTV?
CST. Just Canadian. It was Canadian Second City, essentially.
Right. For some reason, I thought it was, no, SCTV would have been Second City TV, I believe.
I just know that there was a famous Canadian television that spun a whole bunch of...
John Candy, Eugene Levy,
yeah.
Catherine O'Hara,
And
Martin Short, I think, was part of that crew.
Yeah, and then Hollywood down here in the States made full advantage of that talent.
Yeah, for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Jack goes to Megacon on tomorrow on Sunday, actually, going out there for that day.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal? Are you going to buy anything?
No.
Are you going to dress up as any?
No.
Is your daughter going to do that? Is she? What specific area is she interested in?
Don't know.
You do not know?
No.
Sound like Yoda.
Yeah.
On page 1
He
of
sounds
Yoda.
like he's being interrogated.
Why are you going?
The daughter who has a birthday, she turns 25 on Monday. She has asked me in the past about going to Megacon. She likes a lot of different sci-fi stuff, Star Trek. As you know, she and I watched the whole original series of Star Trek, and that sort of stuff, whatever that Megacon stuff is.
Yeah, that's going to be there. They're going to be a bunch of
The
Star Trek
Megacon
people.
stuff,
I mean, Shatner's going to be there. How much more do you need?
Boom. My youngest daughter, who's also going, is into that anime, goth. All of that stuff. It all ties together.
So
in one,
I don't think it
basically,
does,
one big
buddy.
creative ball.
this is one day that Jack has to take out to make two women happy.
Yeah, man.
That's a win right there.
Smartest guy in the joint.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Wow, man. Look at you. Megacon crazy.
Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend?
You don't know yet. Actually, I have no idea.
He's winging it.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing golf tomorrow morning, but I don't know. And then Sunday, I think we're all kind of hanging out. Not 100 on that.
I'm gonna
Avoiding
be,
the rain?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just going to hang out because of the rain for sure. Don't want to deal with it anymore. And it's supposed to be raining all day Sunday, so I just don't want to deal with it. I'm going to just be inside, I guess. Hanging out. Got to clean the pool tomorrow.
I'm going to invite 100,000 of our closest friends to Mount Dora.
To your town?
Yeah.
To stroll around?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? I might wind up there drunk in the street. You never know. All right.
You'll find me stumbling there, too.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We do have Fayez coming up here in a minute, but there's a story out of Jacksonville dealing with FanDuel. Have you guys seen the story?
What is... No.
Okay, so and we can get into this a little bit later, but the setup is this. Do you remember when the Jaguars had an employee embezzle $20 million?
Yeah.
Oh, what was the name of the team?
It was the Jaguars.
No.
So one of their employees stole $20 million from the football team and then gambled it all away, and they did most of it on FanDuel. The Jags are asking FanDuel to replace the money, to give them the money. Because the money was stolen, and he really didn't have the right to spend it on FanDuel anyway. And I think this goes back to the thing we were talking about, where there's a certain responsibility for places like this. The casinos, when they run the spots, always say, what do they say? If you have a gambling problem, call this number or whatever. So they're cognizant that people aren't able to kind of control themselves. And if you see one guy, and you look at his account history, and he has spent, $8-10 million. I mean, do you step in? Or do you just go, hey, look, this guy's money. He can do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah, there's a reason they tell you, call 1-888, admit it. I believe they have to.
Like an insurance policy almost, right?
I believe it has to be part of the ads.
Yeah,
I think, federal regulation on
Yeah.
anything gambling, you have to have that option available when you're promoting gambling.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing it because they're nice.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
But I mean, I wonder if the argument that the Jags have has any validity whatsoever.
But yeah, should there be red flags when someone is betting at certain levels?
Yeah,
we do it with bars.
Yeah, for months. Yeah, you're right. We're doing it with bars. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with Primetime Kitchen and our buddy Fayez Carl. Let's find out what's good to eat in town.
Because sometimes inviting amongst friends is exactly what you need to lower the volume on the voices in your head. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still seeing your normal afternoon delays on I-4 in the Orlando area today as you travel east and westbound between Osceola Parkway and 535 and between Michigan Street and Robinson Street. No problems for drivers who need to travel on the Beach Line or the Greenway today. Traffic is also moving well for those on the 408. If you see traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Strong enough for a Mastiff, but gentle enough for a Chihuahua. Invisible Fence is more than a fence. Customized for every pet, every need, and every yard. Their hands-on training and exclusive technology ensures your pet is protected while giving them more room to run. Learn more at InvisibleFence.com.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 29th, get the best prices on Made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch only four for only $10 all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment in one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a tune-up. Get it ready for spring. Tools Ace has 12 convenient locations right here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. Get that free in-store pickup or delivery. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, fljobsnow.com for more info.
Is that a horse? Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else. Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/Platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
The Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band. Turn on My Diamonds Tour. February 6th. Hard Rock Live, Orlando. With special guest Eric Gales. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss the Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is priceless. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and we have access to every single traffic camera in the state of Florida. Injured on the go, just call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
My name is Chris Moody, host of the new podcast Finding Matt Drudge. I'll be taking you on a journey to find the mysterious media mogul Matt Drudge, founder of The Drudge Report. Along the way, I'll talk to people who have worked with him, dined with him, and fought with him, taking listeners into private conversations, all in an attempt to get a better understanding of who Drudge is and what motivates him. Hopefully, he'll even sit down with us. Listen to Finding Matt Drudge on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
That's right, guys. Time for another Primetime Kitchen here on Real Radio 104.1, brought to you by our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. You like cooking outside? They, my friends, have you covered with all the best brands out there. Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon, of course, Uni and Gosney pizza ovens as well. When it goes to the grill, they have all the stuff, too. The cooking woods, the marinades, the rubs, everything you need to make everything that you cook outside taste wonderful on attempt one. It's Tools Ace Hardware. 12 Central Florida locations. Find yours easily at toolsacehardware.com. You guys good and loud for our friend, Mr. Fayez Kara.
Yay!
Carbohydrates.
He's here.
Cholesterol.
I'm here.
You are here. How's it going, buddy? How's things?
Why does Jimmy say Jaguars?
Yeah.
You see his name on his...
It's Jaguars. Is that correct, sir? Jaguars.
Yes, old chap, is Jaguar.
Jaguars.
Let's just go Jags.
How you been, friend?
Like the automobile. I'm doing good. I'm a little hot and sweaty. I just came back from playing tennis. So,
a little tennis, huh?
I feel like one of those tennis players who was interviewed right after the match,
Yeah,
but
you're one of
why shower for the show?
You're one of the few people I know that still play that recreationally. They go out and just kind of bang it around on the tennis courts. You had a partner that is able to keep a lobby going with you?
Well, today I played with my brother-in-law, who is about 10 years my younger, and the three knee replacements really helped me.
They really hurt. Help with that quick step.
Yeah, yeah. Until the back goes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've been fortunate enough to play. I've been healthy enough. The knees are good. The joints are good. So I'm playing till something pops.
Good. That's good exercise, man. It's a fun sport, too, for sure. Well, let's get to it. What do you want to do first? You want to start with the review, or you want to move around some of this other stuff first? There's one of these things that's a little confusing for me. What would you like to begin with?
Well, I mean, we can start with the review.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, yeah. So the review this week was a place called Mr. 01 Extraordinary Pizza. And the name of the pizzeria comes from the 01 visa that was granted to the owner, Renato Viola, by the United States government for his quote-unquote extraordinary ability.
That's a
now,
good
this
Irish
visa is
name.
given to... I'm sorry?
It's a good Irish name.
Very good Irish name. Extraordinary. But so this visa is typically given to athletes and musicians and artists, for their extraordinary ability. But he's a pizzaiolo who was given this visa. And funny enough, when I came to the United States, I too was granted the exact same visa for my extraordinary ability. What's so funny?
Nothing. Sorry. I actually I just turned my mic on accident. My bad.
Oh, sorry. By accident. But anyway, of course I kid. I came to this country on the back of a snow removal truck. But anyway, he was given this visa primarily because of his pizza making skills. Now he's competed in various pizza acrobatics competitions, and I don't know if you've seen this stuff on YouTube, but they are doing with pizza dough what Curly Neal used to do with the basketball.
Right, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's insane.
How they keep it from not breaking. I mean, I try to do that at home, and I mean, I'm in my third throw, and my fist goes all the way through it like drywall.
How good?
I know,
like Kid Rock's drywall.
This pizza has to be. This pizza is so good that it's helped them quicken up the immigration experience.
We drafted him over here. We recruited this guy
with our third round overall pick.
As Fias can probably speak to, and I know our friend Daryl Payne with Perfection Dog Training had to do it as well. If applying for a visa, you have to like enrich our culture, provide an extraordinary service, and so you kind of have to really, brag about what you can do much better than any American, which is why we need you.
Yeah,
wow, look at that.
Or make fire pizza.
Unless you come here on
I guess.
Unless you come here on a business visa, in which case we just want your money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can pay for a visa, but
so
anyway, so the thing with Mr. 01 Extraordinary Pizza are the star-shaped pizzas. So what he does, he cuts slits along the crust of the pie, and then he folds them into these little star-like pockets, and he fills them with ricotta cheese, and it just adds like another textural element to the pizza eating experience. And of course, he's using the Tipo 00 flour, which is a very fine flour, almost like baby powder. And so the pizza is a bit of a cross between like a Neapolitan style and a thin crust, maybe a thin crust New York style, or even a more accurately, a thin crust Roman style pizza. It's crisp and yet pliable. It doesn't crackle away, and it doesn't like just, turn into a bunch of crumbs. So it's foldable. You can eat it with a fork and knife. You can, eat it however you want. But the toppings, they range from like traditional to modern. And by far my favorite pizza that they serve is something called the Coffee Paolo. And a lot of his pizzas are named after friends of his. So this actually has, I don't know if you guys have ever had coffee grounds on your pizza, but this pizza has coffee grounds and raw honey going toe-to-toe with like rich gorgonzola and a spicy calabrese salami.
God, are you serious? Gorgonzola, coffee, honey? And,
yes,
and what?
I know.
Oh my God, that sounds...
Yeah, and then spicy salami, calabrese salami. So you have everything going on here. I know it sounds like a lot, but... And when I ordered it, I was a little skeptical, but man, this pizza is awesome. And if you guys, and by the way, Mr. 01 is in Lake Mary. It's right off of Lake Mary Boulevard where the Panera Bread is, sort of like in Heathrow. And I highly advise any of those people living out in Seminole County or pizza lovers out there, make the drive to Mr. 01 Pizza. And Ross, my second favorite pizza is something called the Alessandra Jalapeno. And it has, of course, the jalapeno pepper rings, mushrooms. And then they add, after the pizza's cooked, they add these avocado slivers to the pizza.
Yeah.
So, again, it creates like a nice sort of like rich mouthfeel. And it's a all-veg pizza. And that's arguably my second favorite one that they serve there.
I'll be damned. All right, Mr. 01 Extraordinary Pizza there in Lake Mary is a double thumbs up from Fayez Cara, huh? You love it.
100%. And it's a chain from Miami. So I think they're about 15 or so in the Miami area. This is the first one in Central Florida. I think there's one maybe in Naples.
Okay.
So it's a Florida grown product. He always wanted to open up a restaurant in Miami, and it grew there. And honestly, the caliber, it's just as good here. Like I can't imagine it being any better if you go to Miami or Naples or wherever else.
Faiz, tell me, how does the coffee ground thing work?
Yeah.
Like I'm curious, because that's a terrible texture to put in your mouth. It's grainy. It doesn't. I'm so curious what dance it's making to have you say it's worth it.
You would think that like when you make pizza dough, sometimes you have to use a semolina flour, which is a little bit grainy.
Yeah.
It just adds. It sounds weird, but it just adds to the textural brilliance of it all. And then the fact that it's a star-shaped pocket as well. You get that little crunch from it being a pocket filled with ricotta. There's so much going on. The coffee really is there, almost like, when you have like tiramisu, you get that, that coffee, coffee essence. Or if you ever have a dessert that has like a dusting of coffee grounds on it, it's not the dominant texture in this pizza, but it's enough that it really adds like another element to it.
There's also a location over in Melbourne as well. So for any of our Brevardians.
Yes.
Cool.
So the coffee grounds, though, when it comes to the taste, is kind of hopping in the back seat while some of the spicy salami is driving this car.
Along with gorgonzola.
Yeah.
So basically blue cheese. That's like stanky blue cheese.
That's a pungent cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would say the gorgonzola and the spicy salami are the forward driving flavors in this, and the coffee ground and the honey is in the back.
I'll be damned. Well, let's move on. Let's learn more about the Drake Kitchen and Bar. Now, this is the one that was confusing because it says DBA The Strand, which is this two different events, or is this the same thing?
Okay, so those are two different restaurants.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Drake Kitchen and Bar. The Drake Kitchen and Bar is by Huberto and Rona Segura, and they have run Duck and Drake, which is the food truck parked at Digress Wine in College Park. And that's, in my opinion, it's arguably one of the best food trucks in the city. And so they've gone brick and mortar. They still have the food truck there at Digress, but they've opened up a restaurant called Drake Kitchen and Bar downtown on the ground floor of the Radius Apartments, which is at 361 North Rosalind Avenue. And they offer like a seasonal menu, global menu. They have a lot of Spanish influence, but they have everything from like Gulf Coast cobia to like prime beef meatballs to
Really?
za'atar spice flatbreads and paellas and stuff like that. And what's interesting, I think, about Drake Kitchen and Bar is that I think it's going to fill a void left when restaurants like Rusty Spoon and Dovecote close.
Right.
A destination downtown restaurant. I know a lot of people like to go to Crest Chop House, and Artisan's Table's been there for a while, and but I think this because of the pedigree of their food truck and how good the food was at the food truck. And what I've been seeing online, early how early response has been to Drake Kitchen and Bar, I think it's going to fill that void for that destination downtown restaurant.
Very nice. All right, so we'll look forward to that. That's the Drake Kitchen and Bar, now open downtown, right off Roslyn. Talk to me about DBA by the Strand, which is now open in Mills 50. Is this another project from the guys who brought us the Strand?
Yes. Correct. Right. So the Strand, one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah, one of mine
cozy,
as well. I think it's just as fabulous as it gets.
And they were kind of like a little hush-hush about this, but they just were posting these mysterious posts on Instagram. And so they were opening up a place called DBA, and it's already open. It's soft open yesterday. It's DBA. It's a bar with bar bites. I don't know too much about it, but they're obviously have like elevated cocktails. They have a light bar menu. They're serving everything from pan con tomate, which is a very Spanish staple. They serve oysters. They have like octopus sliders. So they have like a light bar menu. Again, it seems like they're taking great effort in the food offerings, along with these really craft cocktails. So, and it's right next door to the Strand. It's where the British shop
I'll
used
be
to
damned.
be.
I know exactly where that is. Yeah.
And so the British shop moved up to Longwood, but I never understood the British shop. Like I went in there and the British chocolates were so outrageously expensive. I couldn't understand how this place was in business for that long, but I guess
they were there
maybe
forever.
Expat Brits.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Strand does it right. If you haven't been to the Strand, you should visit that, and you should go to DBA, which is right next door, because if they're any part of the Strand, obviously the quality is going to be there. They don't really do it any other way. Let's move on to the steakhouse I've never heard of. Is it Chima or Chima?
Yeah, so it's actually Shima. It's the Portuguese pronounce it Shima, even though it's spelled Chima. It's a Brazilian steakhouse along the lines of Fogo de Chao and Texas de Brazil. Only I would say the interior is really, really unlike a Brazilian steakhouse. It's a very classy, contemporary, ultra modern. In fact, it's in Dr. Phillips's restaurant. It's where Bonefish Grill used to be, but they completely raised that building and they've built this super modern floor-to-ceiling glass edifice in its place. And the reason I wanted to bring them up today is that on Thursdays and Fridays, they are offering grilled lobster tails, two grilled lobster tails for $20. And I thought that was a great deal. I went there yesterday. I got my sister and brother-in-law here, and we went down there, and it was like, wow, this is great. This is a great Brazilian steakhouse experience. But you tack on 2 lobster tails for like $20. I thought, man, I got to mention this. I mean, people are going to love it. It's a great deal, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is incredible. Deb kind of woke up. She's a big lobster fan there. 2 for 20 is not bad for lobster.
Anything for 20, 2 for 20 on anything is
very nice.
What?
I'm tired of half of something for 20.
I know.
A little schwanky. Is this a $2 sign price tag here?
It is so. I think it's an all-you-can-eat rodizio experience. Right?
I see.
I think it's $64 for all you can eat.
That's not bad. I mean, that's competitive with what the other guys are doing.
It is, but you know what I liked about them is that their salad bar isn't as like insane as, say, Texas de Brazil or Fogo de Chao. And the sides that they offer you, they always give you some sort of plantain and mashed potatoes. And those are smaller, and so that you can eat more of the meat. Like, I feel like I go to that salad bar at Texas de Brazil, and I'm like, oh, my God.
So
it's
good.
like, I'm here for 15 minutes.
I'm just standing there next to that Parmesan iceberg, just chipping stuff off left and right.
So I like the fact that the meats are top quality. They have things like Cajun ribeye and some different cuts. They come around with like a pineapple as well, grilled pineapple, which honestly it went really well with the lobster that I had yesterday. But that sweet and savory, that sweet and meaty. I love that sweet and meaty thing. So pineapple with grilled meat, I'm all for it.
Well, check it out. It's called,
check them out. They're in Dr. Phillips.
Shima Steakhouse in Dr. Phillips.
I know that we were just talking about food and prices, and I just want to, and this is a food segment, so I just wanted to drop a little PSA. I feel like I rewired some encryptics and hacked a mainframe. Uber Eats. What happens on Uber Eats, guys? Deals.
Yeah.
BOGO deals.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
You have an option to pick it up.
Okay.
Done. That's the deal.
There you go.
All Uber Eats promos are like, this is BOGO, buy one, get one. And that gives us, the lazy consumer, go, all right, that's a deal. And I get it delivered. Don't get it delivered. Get it picked up. You just got it half off.
Damn. Well,
There you go.
That is a mainframe
That's a
hack.
dunk.
That is a dunk.
That's a dunk of a move.
All right,
Could be the move.
All right, let's move on. I don't think we've ever done a primetime kitchen without something Asian or fusion as part of the thing. Now let's move on to Kai Asian Street Fair. Now, this is a second location at that brand new food spot in Oviedo.
Yes, that's right. So Kai, the existing Kai, is sort of like on that Winter Park Castleberry border. It's been there for quite a long time, a very well-received ramen joint. Their wings in particular, their Korean-style fried chicken wings are really, really, that's what they're really kind of known for. So, so they opened today at the Food Factory in Oviedo. And I wanted to bring this up because they've gone back to calling it the Food Factory from the Food Factory Foodie Collective. So they've dropped that moronic moniker and they've gone back to the food. They were originally the Food Factory. They changed to the Food Factory Foodie Collective, and now they're gone back to the Food Factory.
Well, good.
So.
Congratulations. They dumped it. It's so much easier to say the Food Factory, and it's right there and very easy to find in that little shopping center right behind Ford's Garage, right off of, I think that's Redbug Road or Redbug Road or
Redbug Lake Road.
Yeah, right there. You can't miss it.
In Oviedo.
Yeah, same stuff though, right? Same exact menu as the one.
Same menu, correct. Same
Very
menu.
nice. Same menu, but now just with a whole lot of paperwork done.
Right. Exactly. And then we had some James Beard nominees that came back around, and let's give these people their proper dues.
So Henry Mosso, no stranger to the James Beard Awards. He got nominated for the third time for Best Chef South, and his fourth overall nomination, because in 2020 he was nominated for Rising Star Chef of the Year. That was a national category. We have some newbies, too. We have Mark and Jen Burden from Cadence.
Oh, yeah.
And this was really funny. When I actually called Mark the morning of when the nominees were announced, and I said, congratulations to you and Jen. And he goes, oh, thank you. Congratulations for what?
Oh, he had no idea?
He had no idea. He was on a cruise, and he said he's sitting on the back of a ship staring at mountains in the middle of the Caribbean Sea somewhere in St. Thomas. And it was like this idyllic, picture-perfect kind of day. And so when I gave him the news that he was nominated, he goes, oh, he was like just stunned for one. He was like speechless, and he just said that in essence, he said it just made this perfect day all the more, perfecter.
Yeah. More perfecter. That's very nice.
Love
very
the
nice.
grammar.
Jaguar.
That was for you, Ross.
Jaguar.
Thank you.
Stop.
Any other nominees? I mean, I know that.
Yes. Yeah, so Kaya was nominated for Best New Restaurant, and that's a national category. So they're going up against 29 other restaurants for the award for Best New Restaurant. So the finalists will be announced in April. So we'll watch out for that, and maybe this will be the year that we finally get a winner.
That'd
Henry
be nice.
came close last year as a finalist. So
he did.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, we hope those guys are the best. If you see them online or you see any voting or anything like that, if you're tooling around Facebook or social, make sure you look these guys up. And if you missed any of this, you can go to JimColbertLive.com, go to the goods, and we'll put it up right there. So you'll have your very own review from Fayez, Mr. 01 or Extraordinary Pizza up in Lake Mary. 2 thumbs up for my man. So it's great. The Drake Kitchen and Bar, a DBA by the Strand, Shima Steakhouse, and Kai Asian Street Fair. All that's available right now to check out at JimColbertLive.com. Very nice. Good seeing.
And if you want to see some of these pizzas, like the star-shaped pizzas, just go to my Instagram at It's Fayez Cara and take a look at some of those images. They're pretty drool-worthy, I must say.
Very nice. All right, you guys give it up good and loud for Fayez Cara, guys.
Yeah!
Yeah, You can find him in the pages of the Orlando Weekly, or you can find him on social. Like he said, just It's Fayez Cara. Buddy, have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.
I'm off to take a shower.
I was going to say, hit the shower, champ.
All right, 407-916-1041. Got a few minutes left for your 4 o'clock keyword. It's Bills, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and, of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, here is your midday weather update. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This afternoon will be beautiful. Our high temperature 72 degrees with mostly sunny skies. For tomorrow, we'll wake up to the upper 40s and top out in the mid-70s for a spectacular Saturday. Great weather for the U.S. Olympic team marathon trials in downtown Orlando. On Sunday, though, expect rain and scattered storms. Sunday is a Fox 35 weather impact day for the rain.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Man, if you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they will tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. And more often than not, they'll add, I should have done this sooner. That's exactly what my father-in-law said at 58 years old when he got his LASIK surgery. He literally, for the next 2 weeks, was just like a game of how he could focus into stuff. And he just lamented, man, I should have done this 10 years ago. What are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. And all you have to do is text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. These guys have all the experience you want, over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. And if finances are a concern, do not stress out. These guys have 24-month interest-free financing available. Again, text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Turns out February is American Heart Month, and Life Imaging FLA wants to remind you that early detection saves lives. Unfortunately, the very first symptom of heart disease is often sudden death. But the cool thing is, now you have the power to detect issues before symptoms. And Life Imaging FLA does that with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. This is a $699 value. The testimonials are bananas. Couples going in, the person that thinks they have problems have no problems. The person that does not think they have problems has problems. But the cool thing is, now you have the information, the power to go to your primary care doctor and build a long-term healthcare plan to make sure that you're around for years. Do that now. Do exactly what I did. Pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. And be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Make 2024 the year you finally start taking care of your long-term health with Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments, so you can enjoy life without the hassle of sneezing and sniffles. Our sinus specialists work with you to create the perfect treatment plan. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles, and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry. Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is, most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid one-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. With the lowest prices in 10 years, plans now start at just $34 a month and are 100% risk-free, so you can never lose your investment. Plus, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Get ready for the big game with a free iHeartRadio app, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network, featuring the biggest names in the game like Ross Tucker and his daily NFL podcast, NFL Now, and many more. Search NFL and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
You need some really good weed to eat coffee on pizza. I'm sorry. You gotta be kidding me.
What a statement.
Hot take.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is here.
What up?
And so is Ross.
It's true.
Somebody texted in and said they're the ones that sell this restaurant, the coffee, and it's like the oldest coffee company in the world, started in 1862, and it's a super fine ground pizza, like super fine ground. So it'd be like more like a powder, like an espresso kind of dusting of coffee. But boy, coffee and Gorgonzola cheese does not sound like a wonderful pairing. But the great thing about the food world, and the reason I love it so much, is for that very reason. Like you go to somewhere and the next thing you know, you have like, I'll tell you, Bruno does a great job, and I'm not trying to take away Mr.'s day, but you know,
Mr. 01.
Yeah, Mr. 01 pizza, but you know, cherries and this really funky cheese and then this super salty meat that you've never even heard of, and they throw it together and put arugula on it, and you're like, that can't be good, and you eat it, and you're like, it's better than good. Like you can't even explain it.
Ross recommended one when I went to Bruno's, the pizza with hot honey on it that I would have, if I saw that without that recommendation, I'm like, nope.
Yeah, but it's amazing, right?
And it was fantastic.
That's really the art in culinary is that stuff right there. When you find stuff, you're like, what? Gorgonzola cheese, honey, and coffee? But I bet when you taste it, it is a symphony in your mouth.
Well, what's the craziest, not craziest, but what's been the biggest surprise to you when you go into a dish of food? Example, I was at a farmer's market years ago, and I grabbed a sample of cheese. It made me stop right there and go, what is this cheese? And it was a Guinness cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, what?
Yeah.
And then I bought some, and that was easily like a top 5 cheese experience, and I've never had it since, but I would never have thought going into it that Guinness and cheese was going to be that good.
Oh, yeah. You go over to see Tonda at La Femme de Fromage there in the East End Market, and she will turn you on to some cheeses like truffle infused that'll change your life. There's this farm feta cheese that she has. It's a spreadable cheese, and it comes in this brine, and it is the big challenge is just not eating the entire block by itself. Not just running a butter knife into it and just eating it off the butter knife. That's the challenge, is to actually pair it up with something. And I think the people who do the really good charcuterie boards do a really good job at that, like blending the meats and cheeses and spreads and jams and peppers and pickled stuff all together to make a great little bite on a cracker. That's like awesome. Like charcuterie is like one of my favorite things in the world to eat. Got some good pate on there, some chicken liver mousse on there. Oh,
Yeah.
God, so good.
I feel like don't you feel like the charcuterie era is coming to an end?
Yeah, I don't know that it ever will. I mean, I think the charcuterie thing is always going to be a thing because it's artistic.
Will be.
It's edible art.
I'm not saying that they're going to get canceled,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm saying I just feel like, trends come and go.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're kind of on the backside of the charcuterie explosion that I feel like I've seen in the last couple of years.
I think we're on the backside of the brewing thing too.
Brewing?
I think we're on the backside of the craft beer thing. I really do. We've had a number of breweries that have shut down, filed for bankruptcy here recently. It's a tough business. Even with all the business, it's difficult. And I just don't know how many more IPAs or, you can make.
You're talking about beer. Do you see what Bud Light did?
No.
They signed Shane Gillis.
Did they really?
Yeah.
How wild. For what?
Because they gave beer to a trans woman a couple of months ago or a year ago, and now they're like, double down. We have to do this.
Yeah, we have to do this.
We have to grab the guyest of guys.
Yeah. Shane Gillis is that guy.
And he is one of, if not the hottest and funniest comedian on the planet, but he's also that dude's dude.
Yeah, he is that dude's dude and associated with like Rogan, with Theo and that whole crew. So that's like that entire new underground movement of comics. I say it's not even underground anymore.
No.
It used to be.
Because today was just announced that Rogan signed a $250 million extension or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we guys, I looked at Deb and I was like, we got to talk better.
Wow. Well, I mean, the guy, honestly, he was the bottom floor of the podcasting thing. When he built that audience, he gets those whacked out guests. They love them. They love those guests. Some of them are really cool, though. Some of them are very interesting people. And I listen. Some of the celebrities give really good interviews because he doesn't really do a traditional, it's not even really an interview. It's just like a conversation. And I've listened to him. He's not bad at it, but he gets off on these tangents sometimes. You're like, okay, buddy, bring it back in.
It's almost like he got $1
put the
million
DMP down.
for every % increase because the Stockholm, Sweden-based streaming platform says that since the Joe Rogan Experience became exclusive in 2020, overall podcast consumption on Spotify has increased by...
Well, you just said 200%?
232%.
Good Lord. That's insane, man. That's how much attention he just brought to the platform so that people find other stuff. We do that with ours as well.
I was just thinking, even with that number, iHeart has a bigger podcast platform.
Yeah. Even
that's crazy.
We have like Smart Listen and all those others on our. Yeah, so it's really crazy, man.
Hey, we're getting 250.
Yeah. Right. No, we're not. All right. 407.
No, it all went to Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. He's got right. He's got it all. And Shane Gillis.
And you know what I did with Ryan Seacrest? I went ahead, I grabbed my iHeart Media check, and guess what I did with it? Buy one of his suits. He wins twice.
Oh, do you really? Very nice. All right. That's weird that they came at him, though, because, they're making a whole push. They're going to be in the Super Bowl with the Clydesdales again. So I guess this is their full court press.
Yeah, dude, what a U-turn.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, I just confirmed today you can actually hear the game here on Real Radio.
Wow, look at that.
That's Awesome.
Super Bowl Sunday coverage will start at 5 p.m. here on Real Radio. It's also the flagship FM 96.9 The Game. We'll have all day. We'll have coverage, and then we are simulcasting the game along with them. And this is great if you are driving to a Super Bowl party. You want to catch a pregame. If you leave a Super Bowl party at halftime.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
You can actually listen to the game on Real Radio and your free iHeartRadio app.
Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you swing that one? You got off the horn with Goodell this morning?
Right. Yeah. Made some deals.
Even better, you can wear your AirPods and listen to the game if you're at a party where people are too busy playing poker.
Oh, yeah. Or at least one of them for sure, right? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a fresh keyword for you coming up right now. And on the other side, it's Rich Tips with our friend Candace Rich. We'll be back in 1 second with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Freshie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Still seeing your normal afternoon delays on I-4 in the Orlando area today as you travel east and westbound between Osceola Parkway and 535 and between Michigan Street and Robinson Street. No problems for drivers who need to travel on the Beach Line or the Greenway today. Traffic is also moving well for those on the 408. If you see traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Industry experts say it's shaping up to be a good year for the housing market. Don't miss out. But before you make a move, listen as that mortgage guy Don hosts the Home Loans Radio Show right here on Real Radio 104.1 from 9 to 10:30 every Saturday morning. You know, that mortgage guy Don has been helping people with their mortgage needs for over 20 years, including myself. And you can listen to the past 170 plus informative episodes at thatmortgageguydon.com or wherever you download podcasts like the free iHeartRadio app. It's peace of mind at your fingertips at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music and vendors, and see the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday, 8 a.m. Join us decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Temron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 29th, get the best prices on made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch is 4 for $10 all month long. And don't forget to bring in your steel outdoor power equipment to one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace Hardware has 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store delivery or pickup. And be sure to look for our brand new Tools Ace Hardware store coming to Hamlin soon.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way.
Tobacco Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Monday at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show. Ray Trendley and the Colbert crew will be discussing all things law and not law on a variety of topics, from the latest legal news to the best new movies.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Explore bizarre tales in the Very Special Episodes podcast hosted by Dana Schwartz and friends. Every Wednesday, they'll tackle a new stranger-than-fiction story, like NASA agents cracking down on a black market moonrock trade, a poisoned Titanic cast, and Mark Twain's pivotal bar fight. New from iHeart Podcasts.
That is every single one of these episodes. It is the fodder for you to say, I heard the craziest story on this podcast.
Listen to Very Special Episodes on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Money is your 5 o'clock keyword, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Money, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack. Yo. And Ross.
It's true.
And every single Friday around 5 o'clock, we invite her in to talk about, maybe getting stuff a little cheaper, finding a better interest rate, all kinds of cool stuff. Let's do
Rich tips.
Rich tips.
Want to get rich? Of course you do. Well, Candace is here to give you a clue. These tips are for entertainment purposes and are not endorsed by the show station or company. That should cover our ass, right?
Brain fart.
Anyway, it's time for Rich Tips.
Oh, God. Good and loud for Candace Rich.
Jimmy remembered her name.
I did not forget. I had to burp. I just got through drinking a soda during the break, and I had a burp coming up, and I was pausing, thinking I had to burp.
You're back on soda.
Oh, I'm not back on it, but I'm having one. It's been a weird day. Candace, how you doing?
He didn't deny the term back on it.
Yeah, I did not. I'm back on it. It's so good to see you. How's things? Where are you? What are you wearing today? Is that shiny?
No. So I'm so verklempt. You have told me the last 2 times that my hair looked brown. And so I'm trying for that not to be an issue because
it's not an issue. It's not an issue.
So I added another light and tried to.
She spent $300 getting her hair colored.
Oh my
Way to
God.
go, Jimmy!
No, this is like a $3 light.
Oh my God!
I see what you never do, Jimmy. See what you don't do.
Simply said your hair looked a little darker, and I was wondering if you dyed it. That's
2
it.
weeks.
It's fine. Now, what?
That's all right.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
take it personal.
Oh,
I just
God.
tried to. So anyway,
she brought a new light.
It's red.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
you-
it was $3. Okay.
Oh yeah, way red now. Looks good though.
Hitting the Five
I
Below store. Huh?
tried.
Yeah, very good.
I tried.
How's it going
So-
though? Have you had a good week?
Man, this has been a very awesome week. We received some really, really exciting news on Wednesday. My husband was invited to the big old game.
The Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
The owl
Yeah.
itself.
A +1 big old game, or is it just him?
Yeah. No. I wouldn't be so excited.
I was gonna say,
Definitely
hello.
there's a +1 here.
Wow, so you're going to the Super Bowl.
I am.
Wow.
And I am like I'm still like shaking from it because it's more than just that. It's we had to come up with our airplane tickets and that's it. And you can maybe see me on TV, Jimmy. I will be in section 142, which is right by the Chiefs Tunnel, row 22.
All right, very nice.
22 rows up. I'm
Oh,
super excited.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Have you ever been into a big game, like a big sporting event like this? No?
No, I mean, I was in marching chiefs at FSU, and I got to do a lot of stuff with the band, but I mean, I've been to NFL games, but no, definitely not a Super
Wow,
Bowl.
that's
or anything
insane.
like
What'd
that.
your husband do to get the tickets?
I mean, we can't talk about that on the radio.
Yeah.
but, hey, it's a once in a lifetime thing. No.
You bet your ass it is. Well, that's super awesome news. You'll have to make sure that everybody has your social media stuff so that when you go there, they can follow you and kind of
The
live
day before the game, we get to go check out the stadium and check out the broadcast trucks and stuff. We'll
somebody's got
access
some
there.
friends.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
man.
it's a corporate, one of the corporate sponsors. So it's very, very, very exciting. Like we found out there's a party before the game. Like we'll be at the stadium with Billy Idol.
Yeah,
in
Billy Idol.
concert
That's right.
for
He's
us.
doing he's doing the pre-show thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we have special VIP seats for that. So I'm just like, I've never been to anything this big. I feel like it's not real.
Well, cool, man. Well, that
Waiting.
sounds really up. Very excited for you.
Congratulations.
Is it bigger than a Michael Bublé concert?
You know what? I don't think I'm still shaking from this. Like, I just can't believe it's real because it's that good of a deal. And it is that big of a deal, Jack. I mean, like I've met Michael Bublé and touched him. Like he doesn't know who I am. In my dreams, he knows who I am.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think this is a bigger deal because it's just such a big stage. I've never been to anything like that.
Yeah,
with
you-
that many like famous people in attendance.
Well, I will tell you, there's a really good chance, depending on, there's a very good
Yeah,
chance.
Michael might be there.
No, there's a very good chance that this is going to be the most watched sporting event in the history of sporting events.
Yeah, bigger than Michael Bublé.
yeah.
Taylor Swift will be there.
I'm serious. This actually could wind up being the largest broadcast audience that's ever seen one particular event because of, you have everything going for it. You got the Niners, you have the Chiefs, you have Taylor Swift, you have, all the stuff, even with the half show. I think it's going to be one of the biggest broadcast events ever. Maybe the most streamed event ever as well.
Are you going for the Chiefs?
Yeah, I got the
I am,
Chiefs.
yeah.
I don't bet against Mahomes.
I am too, but I have really lame reasons for why. Because I was in the Chiefs and we play the war chant and they use our recording of the actual Chiefs playing it. It's like muscle memory. That's
There
going to
you go.
happen.
Very good. Right.
And when you say my name and you have a few too many drinks, it sounds like Kansas. So it just feels like everyone's chanting my name.
That's really funny. All right. Well, congratulations. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to see all the media and all the pictures and all the video you'll have from it. We'll talk about that for sure. I know we're going to be missing you next week. So what do you have for us this week?
So it's credit scores. I get that a lot, and I feel like we should touch on it every once in a while. And just everybody should be into their own credit health. And the main thing I wanted to touch on is something that kind of caught my eye when I was reading about it. Is we all should be checking our credit scores, not just if you have issues going on or you are planning to use your credit, especially if you're not planning to use it and haven't used it in a while. You should check your credit. You should check on your credit health. Make sure there's still things on everything that's reporting is accurate about you, or that you don't have anything on there that is inaccurate and you need to take action on. For instance, a late payment that you weren't late on.
Right.
You need to address that.
You know what?
So it's just.
No, I was going to say, the one interesting thing about this that I love, and we've talked about this a number of times, is what I like about what you're saying about checking the credit thing is it starts a habit of doing that. And I know people will be texting us, well, I know my credit's bad. I know my credit's bad. Well, the fact is you may not know why, and there may be a surprise on there. Your credit actually might not be as bad as you think it is, because once you go to your credit score and you look, you may see something that's reported that's still kind of hitting your credit that's not even there anymore, that you've paid off or it's been resolved years and years ago. And then what that does is start the idea of doing that. The idea of going once a month, once every quarter or whatever to your credit report to make sure that things are in order and that you always are moving up and never have any of those slips moving you down. Because a lot of times you won't even know. We just talked to somebody the other day, a homeowner association tagged them with something that they didn't even know was on their credit. And they had to put a lien on their house. And of course, that's not good on your credit. But that's just them not checking it out and the homeowners association not telling them they had done it. So anything can happen like that.
And people just need to go get into that habit, like you said. And now's a good time because, people are starting to think about filing their taxes. So it's a good time to think about doing that if you haven't done it in a while. And I like to throw it out there and remind people that Credit Karma is a great free site and a free app to use. Very easy, pulls your scores up. You can go to it daily. Your scores do change daily. And it'll show you how much, if you haven't pulled it up in a week, it'll show you, hey, your score's gone up 5 points, on TransUnion and gone down 2 points on Equifax. Experian is the only one that pulls TransUnion, and Equifax is what Credit Karma pulls.
Right.
Experian is the only one that doesn't report. They do their own.
Yeah.
You can go to Experian and get your score from them for free. And the other thing that's free, if you want to go the old school, old fashioned way, is annualfreecreditreport.com. That's the one that the government sponsors, although you can go weekly now, not just once a year. So remember, you can get a weekly report.
And Candace, the Credit Karma app, didn't you also say that one also helps you discover things, subscriptions, apps, or whatever that you're still paying for that you forgot you're still paying for and you'd like to cancel and get that money back in your account?
I don't know if it does the recurring charges. I thought what you were going to say is it shows you ways to improve your score.
Okay. Well, that's still worth it.
But yes, that's something I'll touch on that too. But when you go into Credit Karma and you look at your scores, if you scroll down, it shows you what's usually pulling your score down or ways that can make your score better. For instance, if you had a late payment or your credit utilization is really high, you're using a lot of your credit. That's one easy way that I actually did recently in the last couple of months. I know on my Apple Card, I've had it since they started it, which I think was 2017 or 18. And I hadn't had my credit line increased in all that time. And I asked for an increase, and they increased it quite a bit without pulling my credit, just because they wanted a little bit more information that they didn't have.
Right.
And that helps me because that makes my credit utilization go down a little bit.
Exactly. That's perfect. Yeah. And then go ahead, Ross. I was going to mention the situation you just dealt with.
Well, just higher card limits means that so $2,000 on a $10,000 credit card limit will do more damage than $2,000 on a $20,000 card limit.
Yes, absolutely.
Woo!
Because you're
say it for the people in the back.
Yeah, because it's a fifth of the total.
Well, yeah, I didn't know if it was running off of the percentage of the total limit. Maybe $2,000 on one credit card is the same as $2,000 on a different one.
Right. No, the biggest chunk of your score, the biggest 35% of your credit score is your payment history, paying on time and everything. The next 30% is your credit utilization, which is how much of the credit you've been extended and how much of it you're using.
Right. Yeah. If you have
that is the next biggest thing.
Right. If you have 30 in credit and you're using 25 of it, that's going to not be. That's going to be bad.
So
it's going to be a strike.
We're talking about credit today, and I literally before the start of the show today, I looked at my credit score as it took a 20-point hit. By the way, that's the damage. If you were curious, 20-point dip.
Wow.
That's temporary though.
Yeah,
it's going to come back quick.
Why then? What you've played both sides of this whole discussion. Why in the world is it normalized and expected that when we apply for a loan and even not take the loan, that I get punished for being aware of my options?
I think it's kind of I'm not saying it's great and I'm not agreeing with it, but I do think there's a safety measure in play there so that you can't overextend yourself. So it's going to ding your credit so that you're not looking that much that fantastic and shiny to all the other banks now. And you're not overextending and getting a whole bunch of loans at the same time, because usually when you do an inquiry, you have 30 days to do inquiries with other banks without taking more hits.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can have 5 banks pull you in a 2-week period, but you're only getting hit one time.
Did you?
Usually that's why, but they don't know if you're shopping other banks or if you're signing multiple loans at the same time.
Is it still down? Did you check it recently? Is it still?
Yeah, no, it is 20 points down as of this morning.
Yeah, what he did was he applied for the loan to see what his rate would be, because they couldn't give him
they won't give me the rate.
They couldn't give him an answer on the rate because they couldn't give him the exact number. You know how it goes. Every time you could apply that morning or that afternoon, it could change, I guess. So the theory is that he was going to apply just to see what the rate he was, and then of course when he did that, it dinged his credit because it thought that he was going through the loan.
Ross, I predict that once you make your first payment on that loan, that your score will start to improve.
Well,
It's
like,
a very
that's-
temporary ding.
That's like good news that brings me up to 0. Like, you know, like it's still
you
bad
don't need
news
it.
in that, like, all right, well, the silver lining is that it will come back, but I'm still screaming on the mountaintop going, it shouldn't have changed to begin with. And it's just wild that this happens to millions of responsible
when you're
adults.
looking for credit, when you're looking for credit and you're out applying for loans or anything, then that is considered a risk of itself. What are you looking for?
Yeah,
How much are you looking for? And what are you doing with it?
Right. So
I just wish I could log into my bank and then show them my credit score that way. Like,
Yeah, we're just not logical like that.
Yeah.
That makes way too much sense.
My
What are you
bad.
doing?
I forgot about that
Well,
part.
Candace, look, we want you to have a great weekend, and of course, next week, enjoy everything, soak it all up, enjoy your time at the
Yes.
Super Bowl. Now, where can people follow you on social media to maybe kind of follow along with you as you kind of experience this?
Pretty easy to find. I'm just Candace Rich, RICH on Facebook, and on Instagram, I'm CRichFSU, like Florida State
There
University.
you go, C Rich FSU. Give her a follow and follow her along. She's going to do a lot of cool stuff at the Super Bowl, and you can kind of do it with her vicariously.
Great.
There you go. Thanks, Candace. Good seeing you.
Great
Thank
time.
you.
All right,
Lucky you.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. There was a bit of a snag in a newspaper piece. I'll tell you why. We've talked about this a little bit before. This one's actually kind of interesting, though. We'll do this next.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Afternoon slowdowns continue for those taking I-4 both east and westbound in the Orlando area today as you travel by the major attractions exits and through downtown. Looking at a crash right now eastbound on Colonial Drive, blocking at least 2 right lanes between Pine Hills Road and Fairvilla Road. Another crash reported southbound on the 429 is currently blocking the shoulder near Stony Brook West Parkway. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Whenever you need us, just reach out and we'll be there with more locations, more experts, and more resources to deliver the healthcare you need to comfort you and make you feel your best. Find a care site near you at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is live. It's in the YouTube chat. You just go to YouTube, search Jim Colbert Show. You can join in there. We'll talk about the results at the end of today's program. Today, it's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Direct mortgage lenders, that's what they do. They're not the banks. They're better than their banks. Their focus is getting you a mortgage. Is this a year you find your dream home? Or is this a year where you refi your home, take advantage of some of the equity you've built up over the life of this mortgage, and maybe do some stuff with that? You know what? The person who can help you, Brad Siebert, you connect with him at WeAreNotTheBanks.com. All types of buyers with good credit, awesome. You're going to get a great rate. Bumps in your credit, he has loan programs that can still work with you. All types of loans for all your mortgage needs. It's who I use for my refi. I went to WeAreNotTheBanks.com several years ago. Fast, easy, and I got a great rate. Just go to WeAreNotTheBanks.com to get started. NMLS ID number 66247, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music and vendors, and see the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday, 8 a.m. Join us decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Come join the city of Mount Dora as we celebrate Scottish culture at the Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival, taking place the weekend of February 16th through the 18th in downtown Mount Dora. Enjoy live music, Highland athletics, bagpipes, plus a special guest appearance by actor and comedian Jamie Kennedy, and much more. Tickets available at mountdorascot.com. The Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival, February 16th through the 18th. Sponsored by Guinness, Visit Lake, and the city of Mount Dora.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Get ready for the big game with the free iHeartRadio app, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network, featuring the biggest names in the game like Ross Tucker and his daily NFL podcast.
I am so looking forward to that game.
NFL Total Access.
That's another mini storyline to watch.
NFL Now.
This could be the dangerous team.
And many more. The free iHeartRadio app in the NFL, getting you the insight and behind-the-scenes stories you need for the big game. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search NFL and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
So I got a question for you guys. I'm 28, and I looked in the mirror the other night, and all I saw was the face of a 60-year-old. Is that bad? I mean, I do have 3 kids, all under 10, and I do work outside in construction. You know, a lot of manual labor, but yeah, that kind of hit me the other night because I've never looked at myself and thought, man, you're old.
What you need is a good night's sleep and a solid moisturizer with a high SPF.
But did you hear his tone? I don't know
Yeah.
if he's going moisturizer.
Yeah, he doesn't hit me as a moisturizing kind of guy.
Well, I think you have to become one when you are making that realization. It's like you're 28, you're going to live to 60. What are you going to look like then?
Right.
So start now with the
Exactly.
sunscreen and the moisturizer.
That's what I did.
Absolutely. And it's made a world of difference. Jim stopped aging. He's stuck at 74.
That's exactly what I did, Ross.
Well, I did actually use the eye creams and the face creams. So
Yeah.
starting in your 20s.
And Deb's killing it.
Yeah, Deb is killing it. She gave me some face cream I use occasionally.
Sure, the sooner you start, it's not going to, revert. You're not going to Benjamin Button out of this.
No, you're not.
What do you mean occasionally? That is a daily moisturizer.
I understand,
and
but I don't.
eye cream.
I understand, but I don't do it every day because I'm not good at anything every day.
And plus,
I
God,
get here every day. That's about it.
I bet you are, though.
Yeah.
I bet you're
This-
real good at some things. It's just those things you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Exactly. I get here on time every day.
I do the same. I have like my moisturizer and stuff. I see it every day, but I use it once a week.
Right out of the shower, Deb.
There you go, Ross.
Right out of the shower.
That's why you were baby
Oh, like we
smooth,
need to
my
hear you guys
friend.
bragging about your moisturizing schedules. Give us a
Listen,
break.
baby
Moisturizing schedule, you mean discipline?
Yeah. Jack runs the
willpower?
You're hearing that from the millennial?
Forethought?
Oh.
Jack rubs the blood of babies on his face. That's why he looks 5.
See, but Ross, doing it at his young age.
Yeah, it's going to make a huge difference when he is 60.
And he also, look who he's married to. He's got to do a little extra to, maintain.
1,000%.
I get it.
And she's the one that. Here's the thing. I didn't buy the moisturizer.
Yeah.
It was my wife going, hey, I got an idea.
Oh, is that how that started?
Yeah, that's how it started.
That's kind of hurtful.
You know, be funny.
You know what would be awesome?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't look ugly. Like that's basically what she said. Hey, you know what would be like a really fun idea if you didn't rot so fast? So she buys me this bougie neck cream, and I got to tell you, Deb, I like it.
Yeah,
and,
really.
And then there's also instructions.
That way you don't get goozles.
Yeah.
That
That's
thing.
my weakness. I got a thirsty gobbler.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Show name.
I got stage 5 thirsty gob, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then she saw me putting it on, and I was stroking downwards.
No.
I know
Like it's
now.
feathers? You're like pushing it down?
See, he doesn't understand.
He
Ross.
doesn't get it.
He
This was
doesn't
years ago,
understand.
by the
Is
way.
it because
Deb.
I'm in too good shape?
Yeah.
Is it? What happened?
Where'd the show go?
We were just talking.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought of you today, Ross, because when
Okay.
I was putting on my melon serum, which goes on before the eye cream and then the face cream.
Now, usually guys, when they hear melon serum, they're certainly not thinking about your eyes.
No, again, that's not what you're supposed to use the moisturizer for. But I thought of you because as I was putting it on, what Ross is talking about, guys, is that when you put on face cream or serums or anything, you never rub down. You want to push your skin up.
Oh, really? Did
You
not
wanna
know
push
that.
it up.
Because
Really?
the whole thing of, I think this is
Yes.
the logic, is gravity.
Yeah,
That's how you age, is your skin is
Well,
going down, right?
You
That's-
don't make as much collagen.
Yeah.
Your skin isn't as moist, which means it's not as plump, which is where those
feel so
fine
s-
lines can show up.
I feel so supple. I feel very supple. No,
Probably
do
to
I
you.
Not, do I not look supple?
like a 92 top trim. I don't know, like an old leather chair.
Like a 74 Landau top? Sitting out in a field?
All right, and I don't know if I've gone public with this, but that was 2 creams ago that she bought me on the neck cream.
All right, 2 creams
Which is
ago.
interesting. So she got you a neck cream.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping she didn't get you anything for your décolletage. Now, she hasn't bought you anything for your face?
Hold up. I have a décolletage?
That's your thing.
Well, you really don't, but
What's
I mean,
what's a décolletage?
a décolletage is the area above your bosoms, above your breasts.
Oh.
Which can also get wrinkly.
Get wrinkly right there. For,
Oh, no,
for the
What a
ladies.
sexy name.
Now,
I'm so happy I have one of those.
you should.
That's what I
as
clean
a
my.
man,
That's what I
actually.
clean my sinuses with. Décolletage.
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 Décolletage usually is not found beneath the Adam's apple.
Exactly. There you go. That's the best way to describe
From
that.
the makers of Navage comes décolletage.
But what's interesting with the neck cream is that that's the one area of the body that plastic surgery can't do anything about.
Nope.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, the neck.
They
The
can,
neck. They cannot do anything
hold
with the
on.
neck.
They can go in the back. What they do is they go in the back and they cut and then they pull that S tight.
You put a chip clip on
And
it.
then put a chip clip on it. There you go.
A clothespin.
Yeah,
Although-
but that's what they do, right? It's like basically what a facelift is.
Well,
a
a
body
facelift
lift
is they cut and then they pull up.
Right.
But I think because of
Always
the nerves
surprised.
and stuff
Yeah,
in the back of the neck, they cannot do.
My wife says you can always tell by the neck. Like you see
Always.
someone has work done and their face is popping, and you see the neck, you're like, oh yeah, she's a little older.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Neck looks like an old leg warmer.
Yeah, it looks like a gobbler.
That's
Thirsty gobbler.
Yeah.
Thirsty gobbler. Show title.
It's like a flesh mullet when you got all the work up done on top and then on the bottom.
neck
you're like,
looks like a
"Whoa."
vajayjay. It's like-
Yeah.
It's like when your socks lose the elastic at the top and they just gather at the bottom.
It's like, why is your neck a leg warmer?
It's like an old condom. Look at him, he's got an old condom neck.
That's why I've always felt bad with all those apparatuses they have out there, right? You know, panties with the butt pads, and then the push-up bras, and then the tape that pulls your face tight, and then the tape that pulls your neck tight, and then you get home, you take all that off, and the guy thinks he's sleeping with a Sharpay.
You just fall apart.
Yeah.
Like Spanx.
Like you melted Spanx.
You're squishing yourself back into yourself with Spanx.
Have you ever seen anyone try to get
Like a
into or
flesh
out
light bulb?
of?
What?
Into or out of Spanx?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So when you go to a dressing
Like a
room,
wetsuit.
Like there's a bodysuit. I mean, of course they have that looks like socks and then ones that like legs, but there's one that goes from like the neck down.
Oh, there is. But even if you're getting just the ones that are like a tank top, they tell you to go in leg first. Because if you try and put that bad boy over your head,
oh really?
You are trapped and screaming for a sales lady to come and release you from the spank monster.
I know a spank monster.
I bet you do.
This is Spanx, is what you're talking about.
Spanx
With
is a monster.
with an X.
It's
With
a brand.
an X.
Again, that's not what the lotion is for.
Don't worry, Jack. They're happy. It's free pub. Right? I think they like this convo.
That stuff is cruel.
Man, they have neck down Spanx, right? Like your whole body
It's
suit.
a bodysuit. Yeah.
So you're like some hot chick looking like Tim Burton's penguin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're looking like DeVito with the flippers.
And then someone's got to go home and like pop you almost like those poppin' fresh, you know, when you hit that
biscuit.
canister, the biscuit flies out.
You got to pour yourself out of there like pizza dough out of the mixing bowl.
Oh no, it's cut and release and leave the room because it's not going to be pretty.
All right, so here's another
like expanding foam.
Exactly.
Another moisturizing cream tip that I got from my wife. So I told you that the neck cream. Listen, I'm married. This is for the rest of my life.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, sure.
So I've been neck creaming, stroking up, feeling good, feeling great.
All right, stroking up.
Stroking up.
I'm not gonna lie. My wife heard me kind of lament that I've got like meth Buscemi eyes.
You have it.
I have a Gaunt Ring video watched last night.
You do have an odd. That is.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you're. If I were to guess your look, I'd say sunken.
Yeah, it's weird.
You have a sunken look about you.
I would say that it's like I'm the only person who had three parents: my mom, my dad, and a raccoon.
Oh,
I like raccoons.
I know, but not their eyes on a human. It looks weird. It looks like I've hit rock bottom and I'm paying rent there.
Yeah. I have a cream that's supposed to lighten dark spots if you want to have that. I was going to give it to Jimmy for that thing on your forehead.
What thing are you talking about? This thing here on my head here?
Yeah, that one that I use my compact on many occasions to darken for you.
By Gorbachev?
Yeah, the thing that looks like Sicily.
Get out of here.
I just thought of the first island.
It actually is more Sicily
Is
than
it more
Italy.
Sicily than
yeah, exactly.
But so she bought me an eye cream.
Okay.
And then, Jim, do you know, I wonder if this is over in your household here, Deb.
All right.
What finger do you use, Jim, with eye cream?
I actually know the answer to this.
Wait, does Jack know?
There's a specific finger to use.
I would. Okay, I'd guess. So I'm curious to see what Jim said, and I would guess the what? The ring finger.
It's the ring finger, I believe, because it's the least strong of your fingers.
Exactly.
And it is the one where you can put it on there, and it causes you don't
tap.
push as much.
You don't.
You just tap.
You tap.
Yeah, I guessed correctly. I would have never known the reason.
Yeah, because
that's the reason.
It's right because it's like the least used finger,
Yeah.
so it's not going to have like hardly the same amount of callus.
No,
maybe
it's not one of your primary fingers that you use, so it's not as strong. So you're not going to put the same amount of pressure, and it's important that you don't smooth it out because that's crepey tissue there.
Yeah,
so
you
you
don't
want to
want
dab. You want to
You don't want that. You don't want that onion paper look.
Exactly.
Jack, are you a creamer?
Dab.
I'm sorry, what?
Jack, are you?
I did go to half and half today, but it lacked that sweetness.
Are you a creamy kind of guy? Are you a creamer?
You cream or not, Playboy?
You cream up?
You
a cream up? Cream up.
Like you. I'm irregular.
You're irregular.
When it comes. I have it. I got the Cetaphil thing and the Ceta. I think that's
Cetaphil, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So but
that's just a very good face wash and cream. They do nice.
So
cream.
and it's there.
Now, do you moisturize after you shave? Because I know when girls shave their legs, they moisturize, right? They put like a lotion on there because it's kind of chafes. It can chafe. Do you do that with your? So every time I shave, I have Proraso is what I use, which is the soap and the pig hair or beaver hair brush, and I shave. I got the double safety razor, the real nice razor blades, super sharp all the time, so that I can cut my beard because my beard gets coarse. But afterwards, Proraso turns out instead of aftershave, it's an aftershave balm. And let me tell you, that stuff is fantastic. That's the closest I get to the daily face cream thing. I shave like every 2 days.
See, I don't. I have a.
Yeah, you have been very bristly lately. Why is that?
I have a Bic razor that I will last me 6 months to a year.
That is killing your face.
It's lovely. I only have to use it for my neck. I shave in the shower and I shave very aggressively.
It's not even cutting your beard. It's literally pulling your hairs out by the root.
And I'm good by it. It makes me stronger.
And that's
as like showering cold water.
And that's because he doesn't know that he also has a wife and a daughter who are probably using it to shave their legs and their underarms.
No,
possibly
they use it, then I can't use it anymore.
Oh yeah, because it dulls it.
They
like
don't
crazy.
use it. It will last me a year.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, that would drive me crazy.
It's
the minute
only
it would,
my neck.
The minute it would catch and not shave, I would be losing.
Oh, that sounds like that hurts.
Even with my double blades, I only shave like 3 times with them, then I change them, man.
If I went every other day, the blade would wear much faster. But I'm getting like just that early growth where it's gone like that. The face, I have an electric shaver because I just shave it down to stubble and I leave like the what's his name, Miami Vice. That
Don Johnson.
Stubble.
Yeah. Or not Don Johnson, the other guy.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Was it Johnson?
It
was Don Johnson.
Yeah, you were right.
So why aren't you shaving clean anymore? Why don't you do that? Is it just good time?
Jimmy, I've been doing this over a year now.
Yeah, I know, but why? But you used to be very clean face, though. Why don't you did you just decide you don't want to do that anymore?
When I grew the beard in, and then when I got rid of it, and it was down the skin, I was like, I don't know, maybe it's the age thing where I'm like, having a little cover there is nice.
Yeah.
It kind of outlines it. So I
hides that neck we were talking about.
Right. I did that just for the outline, but I like it when it's just 1 to 4 days. On the 5th day, I'll shave it down again.
And you never had a goatee, right?
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Like a big thick one or just like that one?
It was for a while, for many months, probably about 15, 20 years ago. I remember at Christmas time because whenever we go through our Christmas photos, there's 1 year I'm sporting it. It was here. I was at the station.
I wanted to let people, or let Ross know specifically that somebody texted us at 77031 that said, Ross, those under-eye dark circles are called allergy shiners.
Dude,
and it really is true because Chris can tell when he's having, Chris has to get allergy shots every month. Ew. And he can tell how bad of a bout he's going through by if he wakes up with really dark circles. So when you go through this this treatment, you might find that that's going to be alleviated even without a cream.
Before any of this started happening with my sinuses and nose problems, and here's the worst part is that I feel completely fine. I just know that for a while there, when I blew my nose, that's not what's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And because you're going to be getting that treated, maybe those circles that you're concerned about will actually clear up on their own.
So I went to the ENT yesterday.
The follow-up?
Well, no, it was or 2 days ago.
Okay, I was going to say,
But they told me to buy the saline.
Saline. The saltwater solution.
Yeah, so I just threw it up a nostril, and then I just hit the little button. Orgasmic.
Really?
Dude, I felt my IQ get washed.
Oh, wow, really? Nice.
I felt so...
What came out of there?
Just
no.
I mean, stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Same color? Or
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I think I'm making big leaps, but I am afraid of this surgery. Have you seen the surgery? I think I know what the surgery is.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it. I've not even heard that they did that. That they did like a sinus surgery to clean out like boogers.
So there's a way that they put a balloon. So texting service told me about it the last time we talked about this, and I looked it up. Completely legit. It's a thing. They put a balloon up your nose.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can invite you to a kid's party, and they could do that for free.
And then they inflate the balloon, and it goes through your sinus, and I think out your mouth.
Okay. That sounds like a stupid David Finch movie.
Like a torture thing.
Yeah.
And I saw footage of it. It just seemed really aggressive.
Well, they use the balloon like for when they for your arteries, right? When they get clogged, they send it in there and then they blow it up, and that's what they use to put in the stent afterwards, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, or a shunt or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I've not heard of that procedure before.
So I might have to get latexed up my nostril and then get balloon animals.
You still blowing tar?
I don't think I am.
Okay, good.
This was the first time in 24 hours, and I don't know if it is tar. All I know is that it was asphalty.
Yeah, that's what I was at. I mean, I don't think it's actual tar or whatever, but and you've started your antibiotics, right?
No, I haven't picked up my prescription yet.
Oh, come on, man.
You're supposed to start that.
I know. I ran out of time, and I honestly had the face of Jim looking at me of like,
listen.
am I 25 minutes late today, or am I picking this up? And I was like, I'm going to show up to work on time.
Listen, don't worry. Everybody has black goo pouring out of their face. You should wait as long as possible to pick up those meds that the doctor told you to save your life with. Yeah. Do whatever you do. Just take your time. Make sure you get your face cream, though.
Are they open on the weekends?
Yes,
Pharmacies?
buddy.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
buddy.
right. I'm knocking it out tomorrow.
You are so adorable.
I went there last night, and they were closed. They closed at 7.
Yeah, they do close.
Oh, wow.
That was a Googleable thing that I did not Google.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Money is your 5 o'clock keyword, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with trivia. Bob Dylan tickets, the last pair up for grabs right after this.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Could the Bears really pass on Caleb Williams? They shouldn't. Last 10 years, the Bears have been Loserville. No leadership, head coach on a hot seat again. The city of Chicago cares. The fans are loud and passionate. But let's be honest, 11 years, one winning season. With 2 top 10 picks, the Bears aren't that far off. Forget the Justin Fields thing. It's an experiment, it's over. They need a game changer. They need Caleb Williams. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Owning a Mercedes-Benz EV isn't just extraordinary, it's extra easy. With full remote access to your vehicle from your phone via the Mercedes Me Connect app, the vehicles are all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is all yours. Learn more. MBUSA.com/EQ.
If you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they're going to tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. And more often than not, they'll actually add, should have done this way sooner. That's exactly what my father-in-law said at 58 years old. Should have done it 10 years before that. What are you waiting for? You know, the Filutowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations, and all you have to do is text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filutowski Eye Institute. Simply put, guys, if you've struggled with your vision, blurry, can't focus on stuff, you do not have to live with that. These guys have all the experience you want. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. Financing, if that's a concern, don't worry there either. They have 24-month interest-free financing available as well. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filutowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins now.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
And we're back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hello, Colbert Show. Doc Holliday here. I was listening to the Best Of. I heard you guys talking about telling your lady you love her during sex. I found out that a little during or right at the end of sex is a toe curler for sure. Miss Deb, I heard you mention bridle bits. I'm not sure what context it was in, but you messing with a cowboy and you start talking about smacking ass and bridle bits, well, that's a whole new game there. Just Google bridle bits. You know what I'm talking about. Adios.
Adios, big dog.
Yeehaw!
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Yeehaw!
And Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And Ross has the sauce jar. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'll work on my horse. I have a beautiful pair. All aboard!
Chugga chugga.
Look at Glack.
Oh, look, next to the horse, there's a train. I have a beautiful pair of tickets to see Bob Dylan, Bobby D, the living legend himself, at Walt Disney Theater at Dr. Phillips Center, March 10th. The tickets, by the way, for all the people who are listening and who are not on hold, they're on sale now. You, right now, can buy them. And that is your sauce jar, which is always brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. You know, they have fully trained expert moving crews that are adept in packing your things, handling your furniture, safe driving, customer service, and so much more. Hey, speaking of more, mention the Jim Colbert Show, and that stallion will get you a discount. So book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Back to you, Clippity Clop.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ross, who's first today?
Oh, Clop.
Oh,
Stop it.
sorry.
Let's welcome Kevin.
Kevin,
on line one.
right up top.
Aw.
Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
Jurgen.
Good, man. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Absolutely.
Let's do it then.
Game show.
All right, Kevin, this is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of those answers is untrue. It's a lie. If you can find it, I will send you with our last pair of tickets out to see Bob Dylan. Are you ready?
Ready.
That's right, buddy. Here we go. It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it is.
That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Groundhog Day and groundhogs, and one lie that just keeps repeating until it realizes I'm a terrible person. Messed that entire thing up.
Well, it was kind of cool to stumble over Groundhog Day because you had to say it twice.
Yeah. And one lie that just keeps repeating until I realize I'm a terrible person. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Groundhog Day started in Germany as a holiday called Candlemas that also tried to predict the weather. Number 2, At the original Groundhog Day, it ended with a feast of multiple preparations and dishes of groundhog. Number 3, from 1998 to 2012, Phil was only 39% correct at predicting spring. A flip of a coin would have been way more accurate. Or lastly, you want groundhogs around because one of their favorite meals is termites. Which of those is a lie?
I'm hoping it's number 2.
No, it's not, buddy. That's true.
Sorry.
The original Groundhog Day ended with a feast of multiple preparations and dishes featuring groundhog. That is a true story. Who's next?
Dennis.
Dennis, right there on line 4. Hey, Dennis, how are you?
I'm good, all right. How are you?
Good, boss. We're talking about Groundhog Day and groundhogs. Which one of these is a lie? Number 1, Groundhog Day started in Germany as a holiday called Candlemas that also tried to predict the weather. Number 2, from 1998 to 2012, Phil was only 39% correct at predicting spring. A flip of the coin would have been way more accurate. Or lastly, you want groundhogs around because one of their favorite meals is termites. Which of those is a lie?
The first.
No, the first is true. Groundhog Day started in Germany as a holiday called Candlemas, and it was also supposed to predict the weather. Ross?
In your opinion, is this the weirdest holiday we got?
It's odd.
It's out there, right?
Yeah.
It's
I don't even know what happened today.
Yeah.
He predicted spring is coming early.
Early spring today.
All right.
All right. Well,
We'll take it.
let's welcome Derek.
Derek right there on line 3. Derek, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, boss. You got a 50-50 shot at going to see Bob Dylan. We're talking about Groundhog Day and groundhogs. Which one of these is a lie? From 1998 to 2012, Phil was only 39% correct at predicting spring. A flip of the coin would have been way more accurate. Or lastly, you want groundhogs around because one of their favorite snacks is termites.
I'm going to go with the last one's a lie.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. You're a winner.
Yay!
I'm putting you on hold. Yeah, they do not eat meat at all. They're vegetarians. There you go. Termites
How ironic.
is not the answer. You are a winner, and off you go to see Bob Dylan. It is true, though. From 98 to 2012, he was only 39% correct at predicting spring or what would happen. Flip of the coin would have been way more accurate.
It's just bad luck. That's a bad luck groundhog.
It is a bad luck groundhog. It's like a Dylan tune itself.
Oh, yeah. The bad luck.
All right, so here we go. A couple other things you may not know about Groundhog Day or groundhogs. Punxsutawney Phil is just his nickname. His full name is Punxsutawney Phil, seer of seer, sage of sages, prognosticator of prognosticators, and weather prophet extraordinaire.
Wow.
That's his full name.
That's just a, yeah.
That's a hell of a business card.
Yeah. It's ivory.
Right. There are other weather predicting animals. Punxsutawney Phil is not the only one. As a matter of fact, Atlanta has General Bo Lee. Sir Walter Wally is in Raleigh, North Carolina. And then lastly here, Alabama has Birmingham Bill.
Well,
and they all predict spring.
And you know what else?
What?
We also have a conch.
Do we really?
Down in Marathon in the Keys.
Do we?
Yeah.
Like a Groundhog Day conch?
Groundhog Day conch.
A conch day?
Yeah, a conch day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Love those.
Ground conch.
And the ground conch here and the Marathon said that, no, he disagrees with Phil. He thinks we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter.
All right.
Well, we should get them on a debate stage and see what happens.
Groundhogs whistle at potential mates, and that got them the nickname Whistle Pigs. So a groundhog's nickname is Whistle Pig.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cute.
I love it.
Yeah, they whistle like, hey, you, hey,
yeah.
Right.
Like
But they're not catcalling. They're like, hey, you talking crap?
Right, exactly.
Is that why they're whistling?
Oh my God, wasn't that one of the first viral videos? That thing is yelling into the it's a groundhog, or is that a meerkat?
No, I think that's a groundhog. That was the BBC.
Yeah, just yelling into the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And then lastly here, groundhog burrows are actually quite impressive. It's not just a little thing like a turtle. These things can go 50 to 60 feet underground and tunnel around. And actually, they have different areas of the tunnel for different things. They sleep in one area. There's another area of the tunnel, like if they're nursing or if there's babies, that's where they'll stay. And an area far away that they go to use for waste.
Wow.
So they're actually very structured animals, and those tunnels are way more complicated than people give them credit for.
Oh,
which is very cool. And they're extremely good diggers, and they can swim, and they actually can jump pretty high too. Pretty cool little characters.
They are. They're cute animals.
This one right here is a 2-bed, 1 bath. Does this interest you?
2 tunnel, 1 waste room. All right, 407-916-1041. Ross, thoughts?
All right, so this happened to my friend, and he would be mad if I'm not going to say his name, but there's one aspect of jobs that I find to be like kind of funny. It's important. It is a very serious aspect whenever you are getting hired or leaving. But my friend tried to do this, and he was refused, and he did not take it quite well.
Okay.
Very important in the workplace.
Oh, really?
I would say this. I don't know, Jim. I don't think you've ever had one of these.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever asked for one.
All right.
Deb, I wouldn't think
a raise.
No, Jack. I don't think you've ever asked for one of these. But I will make the riddle even thicker.
Okay.
I think Jack has actually done a lot of these things.
Wow.
Exit interview.
But he's never had one after the break.
All right, we'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Afternoon slowdowns reported on I-4 for those traveling in the Orlando area through downtown, as well as by the major attractions exits and between US 27 and the 429. Looking at your normal slowdowns as well for those taking the Turnpike north and southbound near the Oakland Exchange exit and through St. Cloud and Kissimmee. If you see traffic problems, just make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
New year, new hiring needs?
Indeed's end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Look, man, when you need a new bathroom, you need somebody you can trust to do a good job. A company that you can trust to not rip you off. Well, for me, that's Rebath of Mid-Florida. These guys are unbelievable, and they have been unbelievable for many, many years. And here's why they do it right, because they have the great products and they have the employees. You know, their employee tenureship is like 10, 12, 15 years. That is unheard of in the construction business. And the reason why is because the people who own this business, Josh and Dave Dembauer, are just wonderful people. It's a father and son team. And there's a possibility that when your job is being installed, one of those guys will actually be part of the crew doing that work. They like being hands-on. They like knowing that each job is going to be custom for each customer. And I'll tell you something else. They love great quality. Matter of fact, they do such a good job that the two big box stores that specialize in DIY, you know, the blue and the orange, they install the bathrooms for those guys. If those people can trust Rebath, you certainly can. Drop by their showroom, 436 Up and Altamont. It's right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. And look at the models they have set up. Look at the products they have. And just understand that can happen for you. And every product, every bathroom is a custom bathroom. These guys are waiting to do something really magical in your house. Give them that shot. Log on and book your appointment today at rebathmidfla.com.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Very local. Powered by Wesh 2. Local news. Breaking news this morning. Original series and specials.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
Ugh, PB&J again.
Moms, you've got a lot on your mind. Packing a lunch shouldn't be stressful. FreshFromFlorida.com can help. They have plenty of quick, delicious lunch and snack ideas to freshen up lunchtime. Simply look for the Fresh from Florida logo where you shop for locally grown in-season fruits and veggies to please even the pickiest eater.
PB&J again. With Florida strawberries? Thanks, Mom.
Packing lunches has never been easier. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music, and vendors, and see the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday, 8 a.m. Join us decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind and the Under Oath podcast. A little more free advice. Any conversation you have with the insurance company after you get into an accident will be recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you. For example, when they ask you how you're doing, these are not words of concern. These are traps to keep them from paying your medical expenses. Simply reply with, I've been told to avoid answering questions like this. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, oneFirmForLife.com.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Welcome to the Testosta Cave. Half testosterone, half cave, where men go to be men. Foosball tables, golf simulators, Bud Lights, but we call them Bad Larrys. Every football game ever played and every season on loop on all of our 16,000 screens. No women allowed, just men in Hooters outfits. Wait, what? You heard me. Nail salon for the boys. We cut each other's nails and gossip.
I'm confused.
We are too, sexually.
I'm not gay.
We're gonna find out. Located at Wekiva Springs in a literal bat cave, which is a cave that could be a metaphorical closet. Testostacave.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
And we're back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Grand is your 6 o'clock keyword, GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Grand, guys, is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, they're here as well. And Ross has some thoughts.
It's weird. It's funny.
We'll find out.
Sometimes.
Comedy.
It's Ross.
Subjective.
Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Everyone has their top 10. I find this weird list. Some of mine that are on that top 10 weird list. Jim, if I walked over to you right now with a piece of plastic and I was like, hey, put this in your mouth, you would be like, hell no. What the hell?
No, we don't do that.
But yet we walk up to plastic forks and we go, that's fine. I just find it weird that because of the shape of said plastic then determines whether or not you are okay with it being put inside of your face cavity.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's a little odd. Every time I go to, let's say, a burrito chain, Chipotle, and I walk over and I see all their forks just staring at me, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm just going to just raw this thing right in.
Right.
And then I look like a weirdo because I'm like rinsing off the fork on the water dispenser.
Right,
so
because you never know who's kind of fingered all those forks.
I don't know. I just find it weird that I'm just putting this inanimate object of plastic just straight to the dome. So now I'm rinsing the fork off at Chipotle, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. The guac costs extra or whatever. Let me just rinse this fork. But from afar, it looks like I'm homeless, and I think this fork is a cup, and I'm trying to steal something or something. Another thing that I find very weird, we've actually talked about this one before, bed stores. Bed stores are weird. No one can change my mind.
Yeah, they are odd.
Let me sleep on it for a full night, and then we can actually talk. But this is going to be weird as you stare in front of me, Randall, and just watch me close my eyes for 5 minutes and whether or not I say yes or no.
Right, or have my kids smear their 4-day no-bath bodies all over the bed that I'm going to try to lay on and see if I think it's comfortable for 5 minutes.
It's just such a weird thing seeing some guy working, watching you, 3 golden bears out or Goldilocks out or whatever the bed bear story was.
And you're supposed to just lay on it for a few minutes, and we're talking like a $3,000 purchase, and you're supposed to just kind of test drive it by laying on it for like 30 seconds.
No sheets,
no
not your
sheets,
home, no pillows,
no nothing.
No nothing. Yeah, that one will do fine there, Randy.
Yeah, right, to wrap it up.
And another thing that is slid up on this list, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's top 10 because it is useful. It is needed. Letter of recommendations. I think letter of recommendations. First of all, I have only met one person who has to do them, and it's Jack. So I've got questions. So this all spurned because my friend asked for a letter of recommendation from his last job, and his boss went, "No."
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. He goes, "I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm not gonna do this."
Right. Exactly.
Because if you want me to write a letter, it's going to be real 4 out of 10. I'm not going to be nice.
Yeah, we're going to be cool and truthful about what kind of employee you've been.
Yeah, because as soon as you send that letter of recommendation off, and I've felt this as a comedian of vouching for somebody, and then they go up and bomb, and guess what?
It looks
Ross,
on you. Right.
What'd you do that for? I'm like, I didn't tell that really cancely joke. That wasn't my material. Doesn't matter. I gave him the keys to whatever that show was. So, letter of recommendations, fresh off of my friend getting dunked on from his old boss with a hardcore no. Because if I were to write this, it wouldn't be great because I honestly didn't think you were that great of an employee. And that's what he was told on his way out. I love it. But letter of recommendations, I've never had one. Jim, you've never wrote one?
Yeah.
Have you had one?
Yeah, when I had my print shop, I had a guy leave to go for another job, and I liked him a lot, so he asked me for a letter of recommendation. This was going to be a game-changing job for him, so as much as I was going to miss him as an employee, I would have felt like guilty holding him back from an opportunity that really could have wound up changing his life. So
and then
I have done that.
I feel like you're faced with a situation. First of all, for everybody listening, including Deb, Jack, and myself here.
I wrote one for an intern here one time as well. Go ahead.
Was it handwritten?
Typed, but yeah.
I know, seriously.
Right.
Wow. That would have defeated the whole purpose.
They would have never got that.
Because no matter with Jim's handwriting, it's just no matter what you write, it always comes off very death threatening.
I was going to say they're going to think that he's being held at gunpoint.
Yeah,
having a stroke.
Yeah. Blink twice if you're in danger.
We want the recommendation, not the ransom.
Yeah.
It's different.
So you typed it. That's what's up. But how was that for you?
Well,
Did you look at it as work? Was it obligation? Did you like him enough to go, hell yeah, I'm going to nail this?
It's really hard, to be honest with you. It's like if somebody asked you to write your own bio, it's way more difficult than you believe.
It took me 7 years to be comfortable writing my own bio.
Exactly. So the same thing here. I wrote one here at the station for an intern that I got along quite well with. He was getting a job. I wrote like a one-paragraph thing, saying he was a wonderful guy with a great work ethic and a real positive attitude toward learning. He took criticism quite well, which is very difficult in the workplace. People don't do that very well. That's a real asset, is for you to be able to take criticism and then apply that and get better. A lot of people get very defensive. And then the other one was weird because the guy wound up being not cool. He went to this other place, and I wrote him saying, this is one of the most talented guys I've ever had, real good dude. Blah, blah, blah. And it turned out he went over there, started making a little bit more money, and it got to him and started kind of partying a little bit, and they wound up blowing him out.
Whoa.
And it was, the guy called me and said, hey, man, your guy, I had to blow your guy out. I was like, oh, no. It felt really bad, but, he didn't hold it against me. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the thing about humans. They're variables.
And you have to be careful. Like in Jack's position, you can't say anything negative. Like most people, like if you ask, they'll say, hey, look, all I can say is I'll confirm this person worked here.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That and the other question you can answer or ask, if you had the opportunity, would you rehire them?
Would you hire them back? Oh. That's it. Those are the only two things. If you're not going to write a letter of recommendation that's really nice.
And Deb, I assumed that you've never had a letter of recommendation just because we're both theme park peeps from back in the day, and I don't know.
No, I don't ever recall even asking for one.
Yeah. And question though, do you think Mickey would give you a letter of recommendation?
I don't know if that's in their thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably have a standard one. We'll just print that out. It's on printer 5.
I don't even think I ever gave my 2 weeks. I could still be a cast member.
Oh, really? That's nice. Hey, give me your pass.
She's super badass and loves whiskey. Hire her.
Jack, how many have you written?
I don't remember. A handful, but I worked with someone who, when someone would ask him for a letter of recommendation, he's like, you write it and give it to me. And so you'd have to write it.
Your own letter
of recommendation in third person for him to sign.
That's smart.
I guess. It's also, it comes off to me like a splash lazy.
Well,
but...
no, here's the thing. Like, you get to see whether the person has a really self-aware a view of his or her employment of that business. I think it's actually very interesting.
And if I wrote my own letter of recommendation, it would definitely sound like I wrote my letter of recommendation. He's super awesome, totally badass, can do 20 to 30 pull-ups easily.
Right.
He's so cool and awesome.
He's 7 minutes later every day because he gets high in the parking lot.
Every day. What? I could not write my own letter of recommendation. But then again, I guess I already have whenever I write my own bio.
Yeah, I guess your bio is really just an explanation of who and what you are. I mean, the letter of recommendation is basically somebody saying, I vouch for this person. I think they're going to be great for you.
Right.
And I'm basically putting my own endorsement stamp right on top of it. I don't do that very often anymore.
I'm not saying...
even with people I like, I just don't do it.
I was about to say, I'm not saying that anything in this following statement, but for our friendship, I would never ask you guys and obligate you guys to ever... I could never look at any one of my bosses at any point in my life and feel comfortable asking for a letter of recommendation. And I don't know if that says a lot more about me or more about the place. I don't know. I just would not want to ask or lean on that.
Very few people I would give a recommendation to. Very few. It just, and I don't loan money to friends either. So that's another thing too.
That's fine.
Those are just like destinies for destruction.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't care.
Oh, well, I need $1,000.
Okay, sure.
I think he was talking about the recommendation.
Oh, my bad. Still need that thou.
Yeah. So, you said you wrote a paragraph?
It was
letter?
one paragraph for the guy that worked here.
Big font? Did it fill up the page?
No, it was just very simple because the guy really was, I was like, hey, I'm just letting you know that I worked with this person for, 1 year as an intern here at the station. They were very attentive to their job. They knew exactly what they were doing. They learned very quickly. I think he would be a great employee. I think you can start him off at the bottom. He'll work his way up. He just kind of has that mentality. And I was right. The guy, I believe, stayed at that job for 3 or 4 or 5 years before moving on. So, and I would give him another recommendation. He's a good cat, solid dude.
Jack, what would you want in your letter of recommendation? Like, if I wrote a letter of recommendation for you, granted, That will never happen.
What would be the number one attribute you'd want represented in your letter, Jack? That's a great question. Like dependable?
Dependable, yeah, definitely that scared, willing to work because I'm afraid that I'll be out in the cold with no future, and so
where's the violin?
I will work 60 hours a week.
Oh, don't say that, Jack. Come on. You're taking all your leverage away before you even get started.
Damn it.
I would start off.
Please don't hit me.
My letter of recommendation would start off with Jack and be like, listen, let's start from the top. Dude's dope. Great hair. He needs LASIK. I brought it up to him, but he's very consistent.
Right.
He wears shirts from 2002 to 2010.
When did they make Bud Select?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the shirt I'm wearing right now.
But kudos to Jack for National Wear Red Day today.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the only red shirt I have, and it's a Bud Select shirt.
I saw that email and forgot. Damn.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, you can put that in my letter of recommendation that I forgot about that.
We should do that as a bit one time. Write a letter of draw straws and write a letter of recommendation for another person on the show.
All right, little team chemistry builder.
That's actually a pretty neat idea.
Yeah.
Bud Select came out in 2005. This is a 19-year-old shirt.
All right, sorry, correction. I was off by 700 days. My God. Also in the letter of recommendation, I'll state we basically live with each other outside of any weird stuff.
Jack's very dependable, very likable, and
hardworking,
and he speaks English and passive aggressive.
He is a slippery eel. You won't be able to catch him. He's like a buttered up balloon.
Yeah, don't turn your back on this guy.
Never,
he
not
is
once.
a mess.
He is from Jersey.
But you're gonna love him. Hire him.
Right.
Those are your Ross thoughts. I love you, Jack. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Grand is your 6 o'clock keyword, GRAND. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in just 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
Afternoon slowdowns reported on I-4 for those traveling in the Orlando area through downtown, as well as by the major attractions exits and between US 27 and the 429. Looking at your normal slowdowns as well for those taking the Turnpike north and southbound near the Oakland Exchange exit and through St. Cloud and Kissimmee. If you see traffic problems, just make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Look, man, it's a fact when it comes to your health, when it comes to medicine, early detection saves lives, no question about it. It's also a fact that 1 out of 3 people in our country will die from heart disease. And of course, it's February. It's Heart Health Month here in Central Florida and around, and you want to make sure that you're taking good care of yourself. By the way, in 30 to 40% of all heart attacks, the very first symptom is sudden death. So here's the deal. What you want to do is you want to get with Life Imaging FLA and get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements, but it is a $699 value. And here's why you do that. Because of the testimonies that I've seen personally, people walking up to us at events saying, hey, look, I took your advice. I went to Life Imaging FLA because my wife thought she had some problems. Turned out my wife was perfectly fine. It was me that had blockages into my arteries. 7 days later, I'm in surgery and it saved my life. We hear this over and over again. So if you've wondered about that, if you want to make sure that you have a clean bill of health, get with Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. And while you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, FLJobsNow.com for more info.
Very local. Powered by Wesh 2. Local news.
Breaking news this morning.
Original series and specials.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Tamron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
WJRR presents the Brightside Music Festival April 27th, taking over the Central Florida Fairgrounds for the highly anticipated return of Sublime featuring Jacob Knoll, along with Eric Wilson and Bud Goff, plus special guest 311 along with Goldfinger and plenty more to be announced. Get tickets at brightsidefest.com. That's brightsidefest.com.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 29th, get the best prices on made-for-Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch is 4 for $10 all month long. And don't forget to bring in your steel outdoor power equipment to one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace Hardware has 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store delivery or pickup. And be sure to look for our brand new Tools Ace Hardware store coming to Hamlin soon.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. My name is Chris Moody, host of the new podcast, Finding Matt Drudge. I'll be taking you on a journey to find the mysterious media mogul Matt Drudge, founder of The Drudge Report. Along the way, I'll talk to people who have worked with him, dined with him, and fought with him, taking listeners into private conversations, all in an attempt to get a better understanding of who Drudge is and what motivates him. Hopefully, he'll even sit down with us. Listen to Finding Matt Drudge on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming is brought to you by My Home Builders Network. Need new windows? Then you need Mike and his team at hbnusa.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I've had this balloon sinuplasty before that Ross is speaking of, and the hardest part of this sinuplasty is the light that comes with it. The light, they can't dim it at all, and it's so bright. That's the hardest part. Your eyes start watering from behind, and but once it's done, you're gonna feel a lot much better, brother. So I love you guys. Good luck. Do it.
All right, buddy. Good job. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, giving you a heads up on that that sinuplasty thing that they're talking about. He said he got it done, and the balloon thing really isn't the problem. It's I guess there's a super bright light that's associated with it that causes eyes to water.
Yeah. So I found out what I probably have, and it's called acute sinusitis.
Okay, nice.
Which is so much fun to say. Sinusitis.
So smokers get that a lot.
So smokers do. I haven't. Now, when the doctor, I'll throw this out here. I was very transparent to my ear, nose, throat doctor. I was like,
do not lie to your doctors, by the way.
I've been known to smoke weed.
Yeah. Do not lie to your doctors. Don't lie to your attorney. Dumb.
And he almost interrupted me with, "That's not it."
Yeah. Good.
And I was like, I thought, okay, that felt like more like an opinion than anything. But
then, if you don't mind, give me a sec.
Yeah. Let me be right back.
Step outside real quick.
But I told him about that. He asked me about cigarettes. I said I haven't smoked cigarettes, like on a daily thing for a handful of years.
Yeah. What about your douche flute?
Douche flute. He didn't call that out. I brought that up to him as well. Yeah,
you got to tell him everything, man.
So
do not lie to your doctors. Don't keep anything from your doctors. I don't care how embarrassing you believe it is. Do not do that.
But man, he was very stern.
Yeah, that's good, man.
He was like a triple U.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like
That must be good. You got to meet this lumberjack.
Like he looks like if you were a Pokemon, he was like 2 times evolved.
No, really?
Yeah.
Man.
He had just like these eyebrows that were pointing down.
What nationality is this guy?
Oh, he was very white. He was very Caucasian, but he looked like he could have been 72 and whooped all of our asses.
Really?
Yeah, he was very veiny in the forearms.
Oh, yeah, he's all ripped.
Dude, he's a ripped older dude.
All these guys are
and he's just shoving cameras in my nose.
He'll be doing surgery till he's like 100.
Yeah, he was very serious.
Yeah, you got to get that thing done, man. That dude swears by it. I guess there's another medication. Somebody texted in earlier and said it's a game changer. Is that the one you're getting?
We'll find out.
Starts with an M?
Well, yeah, they couldn't because they were not candidates for the sinoplasty, so they were given. I thought it started with an F, flucoxicam or something
easy,
that they said.
Easy.
Family
I love that band in the 90s.
It started with an F, L, U. We know.
I thought it started with an M, like niacetine or something like that.
All I know is that, and like texting service came at me because I didn't know if the pharmacy was open on the weekends.
Oh, yeah, they really did not care for that.
I'll throw this out here. I've never been to one.
You've never been to a pharmacy?
I've never picked up anything from a pharmacy. I am 34. I have gone kind of out of my way to not do it.
It is surprising as Jim sits with a shocked look and is speechless.
That is so bizarre.
What's great news, he's not on regular medication where he would need that, right?
I know, but
at a younger age, but
by
just antibiotics, one time.
By 34. I mean, honestly, I'm with him. I mean, how did you make it through like your 20s without having to go to get antibiotics or
condoms
or anything like that?
Well, I mean, condoms.
Drugstore, yeah. And then go to the pharmacy part, right? Didn't put it in order. You never had to get a prescription.
Pick up pills.
I mean, that's not the direction I was going with condoms, but I maybe I did one time when I had the heart thing and they gave me ibuprofen. But, I think they gave that to me there. It felt like.
Yeah, I mean that means you paid $60 for it.
And it's insane, by the way, of finding out how even with benefits. Shout out to iHeart. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But even with benefits. Like that thing still tagged me up pretty good.
How much you hit it for? Like $50-$60 or something? Or
What,
because usually most scripts are under $20.
I don't know about the prescription quite yet, but I do know about the camera up my face.
Oh yeah,
that was $350.
Yeah. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's out of pocket $350. Or total.
I don't even really know how to answer that question. They just told me $350, and I hit it with my card.
There you go. Nice.
Till he reaches his deductible, probably, and then insurance kicks in.
Right.
Yeah. So I have.
And your deductible is fine. It's only like $26,000.
Dude, how many times have you looked inside of your body?
Yeah. Oh man, listen, man. When you get my age, you see, you got to remember, I just got the
colonoscopy,
butt thing. So I saw that.
yeah.
I've got real clear pictures of my throat from my ENT trip. It's all kinds of inside pictures of me. And I've got the scan from Life Imaging. I mean, it's not graphic like a camera inside, but I mean, you can see all the stuff.
Find out.
Oh yeah, man.
The technology of looking inside of our bodies is.
It's
when I had the
ridiculous.
heart thing and they put the jelly on my chest.
Oh yeah.
You know that clear jelly.
Yeah, they warm it up for you.
Yeah, no, it was cold.
Really?
They didn't put it on any type of
You got
oil warmer
You got
or
a
something.
cheap ass office. Then you need to go somewhere that's got one of them gel warmers, dude.
But do you remember? I had a profound moment when I was looking at my heart beat.
I cried when I saw my heart on the EKG.
Did you really?
I did.
I'll be damned.
And I asked them, and I said, Doc, I've got to tell you, I'm not. I apologize if this might be a room divider, but I explained to him, I said, I'm not the most spiritual person. I'm not the most religious person.
Right, yeah.
And I asked him a question of how do you ever struggle when you feel like you've been the biggest impact in saving a life, and then people do not thank you, but they go, thank God. I prayed for this happened. And that was my question to him.
Yeah, what did he say?
He gave me one of the coolest answers. He looked at me as I'm looking at my heartbeat on this screen.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, that's not... Do you see that heart beating? I go, yeah. He goes, that's yours. I don't know exactly why or how that came to be.
Yeah, right, exactly. How that,
I look at that and I don't go, that's a heart beating. I look at that and my mind gets floored with more questions.
Yeah, just it's a miracle.
It is.
And that how did our anatomy get to that point where that heart of yours that you're never going to think about until you need to is going to be working for the rest of your life.
Then you're really going to think about it.
And then
if you get a little burp there, a little craziness.
And that was a moment where I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to film up with a lot more I don't knows.
There you go. All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I want to tell you guys a story I saw on Yahoo this morning. It says, many of us have been told, do not speak ill of the dead. But then it says, what happens if someone who caused trauma dies? So the story is this. This woman had suffered pretty bad emotional abuse from her mom her entire life, so much so that she couldn't allow her mother to be alone with her children. You know, her grandmother could not be alone with the kids without her supervising so that she wouldn't say things or do things that would poison the children or begin to abuse the children. And apparently, she'd been like this her entire life. She lived to like 84 and was unrepentant when it comes to how mean and calculating and manipulative she was, how nasty she was, how she called the kids names and told them they were worthless. Just perpetual abuse their entire life.
As we've said before, has a mouth like a fist.
Yeah. Mouth like a fist. Here's the problem. She's the only one that knows it. Everybody outside of the house that didn't live or deal with her thinks she's awesome. Because the perception of her from friends, family, church members, other houses, because she would never talk about the abuse. And there was no physical abuse. She wasn't getting slapped or burned or anything like that. But the emotional abuse was overwhelming. Constantly being told you're ugly, constantly being told you're worthless. The attempt of doing that to anybody that crossed her. She was just apparently a miserable, awful human being inside the house. Outside the house,
she knew better.
She put on the face. She did the things, community service, church service, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward. They go to print her obituary in the newspaper, and they ask the woman, the daughter, to write the obituary. Well, the girl writes a very honest obituary.
Bravo.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, she does point out the things that she learned. They don't really print the obituary itself. They just kind of tell you the outline of it. Hey, look, my mom was this and my mom was this, but you guys need to know, but my mom was also this as well. And inside the house, it wasn't always the best time, blah, 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 blah. The newspaper rejected it. They would not print it. And she's like, well, I'm not going to write an obituary that is a flowery obituary because the people who were close to her, this is who we knew her to be. All these other people, these ancillary people on the outside, they don't know her at all. They just knew that perception she was putting out. So I'm only going to write the obituary I want to write. So she took it back. She curdled it a little bit, kind of trimmed it up a little bit. But still, the idea that this woman wasn't exactly what everybody thought, and it was important to know that the people who lived with her dealt with some pretty severe abuse for a while, they still wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. They would not take it. And they wound up not taking any obituary she wrote. They just wrote the normal obituary, gave the accolades, gave the people the descendants, and then off they went. And then she felt really betrayed because she says,
well, yeah.
She said, look, man, I understand that everybody thinks she was great, but it's not fair. You're not telling the whole story. And the family members, the people who really matter here, are the ones that really have the true story. And it's okay for people to find out that she was like this behind the scenes. She's dead now. She can't help it. But everybody kind of needs to know there was another side to this woman that doesn't really deserve all the praise that's being heaped on her. And I found that very interesting.
Now, people are scared. You know what they're scared of? All the demons that you've been hiding and all the secrets you're keeping. They're afraid after you die, they don't want those out. So I think it's this unspoken game. If you died with secrets, protect those secrets.
Yeah.
Because I want my secrets protected too.
Right.
I'm guessing that's what the thought is. I think really calling out the newspaper is what's in order here, or whoever prevented that obituary from being published. I think they should be called out publicly.
And it says here, it says when someone dies, we're supposed to attend the funeral. We're supposed to cry. We're supposed to miss the deceased and openly mourn. We're supposed to write a flowery obituary fit for a king or queen. The unspoken rule is that we are to never, ever dare suggest that the dead may have behaved reprehensibly in life. Any mention that legacy left behind was one of intense trauma for survivors is summarily dismissed. That was the case for this woman who really wanted this to be heard. As she goes, I myself am no stranger to trying and failing to publish an honest obituary. I guess his grandfather, when the grandfather passed, she wrote something really nice because he had to overcome this brutal marriage he had to this awful human being to live on and have a really nice, productive life. So when he wrote her obituary or his obituary, it included some of the stuff, or she wanted to include, this guy, to provide a stable house for his family, dealt with some really awful stuff from this woman. No deal. They wouldn't let her do it. Even telling the story of it in that context, they wouldn't let her do it.
Sounds like a politician.
Yeah, really.
This woman, everyone loved her on the outside, and then her family was like, no. I think this, was it the daughter?
It was the daughter.
I think the daughter's going to end up grabbing the biggest dub on this whole situation because now the story's getting out. Now the story is viral because now it's now making a lot of news because the newspaper said we can't post that, which now means that's more attention. I think the newspaper's choice really backfired on this one.
And I found they called it a disgraceful mistake.
Yes.
And they also described the obituary, quote, as a spiteful hate piece against a beloved member of our community, end
right.
quote.
Imagine the woman who has dealt with
she's a survivor of this woman's abuse, and they're saying that doesn't matter because we thought she was awesome.
Right, exactly. And what is that unwritten? See, okay, I get it. If you're at a funeral and the person that you're at the funeral for, right, you were kind of a glancing friend, right? You knew them, they knew you. First name basis, and the only encounters you had with that person were completely positive. Maybe it was a business partner you just got to know over a period of years. Right. Something like that. And you go to their funeral, and then one of the kids stands up and says, hey, look, I know that this guy meant a lot to you guys, and I know that he was very affable, and he loved you guys. He said it all the time. But there's another part of this guy that you need to know about that our family endeared that doesn't really jive with what you've seen for years. And I think it's important we say those things. I have to tell you, if I was at a funeral and that was coming up, it would be very uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, but I'd be leaning in.
Would you?
I'd be like, "Oh my God, we're getting the tea."
Yeah. I would appreciate it, but I would also feel very, very uncomfortable because it doesn't seem like the time or place to do that. My thing would be like this: write a memoir. Write a memoir and publish it online or something, or put it up on your Facebook page or your social. Maybe a page of something.
It's actually, this is prime for that, and the publicity could lead to that because it's what an awkward situation. So that the community didn't want to hear that side of it. The community, like the woman, and this daughter who not only sustained a lifetime of abuse, now has to deal with being shunned by the community for trying to out her abuser.
Right. Which is amazing if you think about it. I mean, now she's becoming she's victimized again.
So exactly. So I think really giving and even a public post is not enough to give to really detail the richness of the abuse, why she felt the need to share it.
Right.
And I think maybe a book would do that.
But is a funeral the place to do it to get not your retribution?
No, I have an objection. It's not even a wedding.
But you know what? Imagine the discomfort of being in that funeral, right? Being that survivor of this person's abuse. And this is your umpteenth day of being told how wonderful they are. I'm so sorry for your life. I mean, you're just being inundated with all of the flowery wonderfulness. Yeah, at some point, your psyche's going to break. At some point, what you went through, and maybe not the funerals, but what a rock and a hard place, man.
Yeah.
You can't not go because it was whomever that person is in your family. But if you go, why do you have to suffer yet again?
Well, because nobody knows the story. That's the whole idea of this. Like, nobody really knows that except for the family members. That's what makes it so odd.
But it is what makes it odd. And I think that we just need to change we need to change what we feel we're supposed to get from the funeral, right? It's supposed to be for the deceased and the family. It's not for you.
Right.
You're there to support them.
I don't think I would go. If my abuser was
I wouldn't
dead,
go either.
I don't think I would go.
Because I don't want to hear that.
And that says a lot more when your kids don't show up to your funeral than any obituary saying anything.
I'd rather have that than have to sit there and listen to people talk about how wonderful they are.
Yeah, I guess
Bing Crosby.
Oh yeah, because he was not a savory father.
What?
Right, Bing Crosby had there were yes, his children said hey he wasn't the best dad. But I don't know if that was a book or how that information came out, but that's a public figure where, oh no, we love him because they like his movies or his music.
Joan Crawford, Mommy Dearest. I mean, that's
Steve Garvey's going through it right now because he's running for office. Steve Garvey apparently abandoned his first children.
Okay.
Don't talk to him at all. Hasn't spoken to him in years. As a matter of fact, one of them has a letter writing, hey, look, why don't we have a relationship? I think it's his oldest daughter who's like in her late 30s. And he said, Krish, this is how it's got to be. And that's it. Cold, calculated, hasn't supported any of them. Yeah, the baseball player who's running for office right now in California.
Wow. Vladimir Putin has reportedly done the same thing with his first wife and daughters. And will spend oodles of money squiring his many mistresses and their children around the country and speaks glowingly of them, but refers to his daughters and his wife as those women.
Yeah.
You know who's also on this list? And I remember I watched the documentary and everyone was like, oh my God, he's so cool. In fact, I think everybody still collectively really likes him. And then I watched the documentary and I'm happy that they put it in there. But Arnold Schwarzenegger hid an entire family for years.
And his son was like 15 or 16 when they found out or something like that, right?
Like, truly.
I didn't know that.
In my opinion, now that I am married, the worst thing that I think a husband can do is not only just have an affair, that's awful as it is, but then you've been living a lie for over a decade.
Not only that, it was their housekeeper, and he let his wife, Maria Shriver, throw her a baby shower for her husband's illegitimate son
who
without
looks
even knowing.
Just like him.
If you wanted to know,
like no way possible that's not a Schwarzenegger.
If you wanted to know the power of likability, it's amazing to me that a different celebrity does that, and they are, done.
Yeah.
He just got cast in another movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying take his career away. I'm just questioning who gets the punishment and who doesn't.
Yeah. And it would be almost like this. Like if this happened to me, I think I would wait for the church to clear out. I'd shut the doors, and I would have my time speaking to her like in the casket, like, you know what? You son of a bitch, all these years, and you lay here, blah, blah, blah. I think I would just have that moment. I think I would probably maintain during the funeral for the sanctity of what you guys are saying. You wouldn't want the community to go, oh, look at this person. They took this last moment of this woman's life to try to, basically smear her reputation.
I'm with Ross. I wouldn't even go because, again, that's the community putting the onus on the wrong person.
You're right.
It's just, they don't want to confront the fact that maybe this person wasn't who you thought that. John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, you got snowed.
John Wayne Gacy was a great guy, according to everybody who knew him, worked in politics with him. He had neighborhood cookouts.
He's into clowns. He liked clowns.
He dressed as a clown to entertain the neighborhood children. It wasn't until his secrets came out that the community was forced to reconcile who they thought he was with who he really was.
Right.
Deb, you might know the answer to this. Did he single-handedly ruin clowns? Is that the moment when clowns went creepy?
Yeah, Pennywise, I think, had a little something to do with that too, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, all right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword is grand, G-R-A-N-D. You can still get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Let's do last call, guys. Load them up, little callback, little joke, something fun. Make us laugh. It's your turn to do the show. 5 lines open now, 407-916-1041. Grab one of those now. We'll do last call right after this.
Got something to say?
Oh, my God. Don't look, you son of a bitch.
Call now. 407-916-1041. Last call. Sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword free hard scan.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 swim team meteorologist Noah Bergen. Here Saturday, mostly sunny, mid-70s. Sunday during the morning and midday, some rain, nothing significant though. A break during the mid to late afternoon. Then after about maybe 3-4 o'clock, we're going to watch for the potential of some strong or severe storms to form and move across the state. If they were able to form, there is a risk for some tornadoes or damaging winds. Want to make sure you check back with us on the forecast tomorrow for updates.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Look, the roller coaster that is the weather in Central Florida can get you sometimes. You know, just a couple weeks ago, it was like 85 on the weekend. And of course, this weekend, it's not going to be 85. It's going to be nice and cool and even cooler next week. Is your AC ready for this fluctuation? If not, get that preventive maintenance plan from my friends over at Mills Air. They've been in town for 30 plus years. Let them use that experience to make sure that your AC never quits on you. They're techs, awesome people. When you see that van pulling in your driveway, you are going to be fine. Your AC is going to work perfect because that's what they do. Not to mention their Carrier factory authorized dealers. What does that mean? Up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit that you may need. Turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your appointment. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Explore bizarre tales in the Very Special Episodes podcast hosted by Dana Schwartz and friends. Every Wednesday, they'll tackle a new stranger-than-fiction story, like NASA agents cracking down on a black market moonrock trade, a poison Titanic cast, and Mark Twain's pivotal bar fight. New from iHeart Podcasts.
That is every single one of these episodes. It is the fodder for you to say, I heard the craziest story on this podcast.
Listen to Very Special Episodes on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Right now through February 29th, get the best prices on made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch, 4 for $10 all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a tune-up for spring. Tools Ace has 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can just shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store delivery or pickup. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Every parent wants to set their child up for success. Florida Prepaid is here to help. We know that planning for college now is the best foundation for your child's future success. A Florida 529 prepaid plan can be your first step to getting there. Our plans are flexible and 100% risk-free, so you'll never lose your investment. And now is the perfect time to lock in your plan because 2024 plan prices are the lowest they've been in 10 years, starting at just $34 a month. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Enroll today.
Are your energy costs through the roof? FAS Windows and Doors is now offering buy 3, get 1 free windows on any project. This is a plain and simple deal that homeowners can receive at the time of signing. FAS also offers 24-month financing. No money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months with this new financing option available from FAS. For a completely free in-home consultation, call FAS Windows and Doors today or visit us online at faswd.com. That's faswd.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Get ready for the big game with the free iHeartRadio app. Pre-game with perfectly tailored playlists like Big Game Tailgate Party and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Tailgate, and listen now. Make the big game great with iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, I love Beetlejuice and I love Tim Burton, but I think they definitely missed an opportunity with this movie. They definitely should have named it Beetlejuice. Bye.
So good.
Nailed it.
That is so good. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You got a few minutes left for Grand, GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send it off. Maybe you can win that $1,000. Maybe you can sneak in there and grab it. If not, got a word for you at 7, 8, and 9. And, of course, we'll reboot it on Monday morning with the Monsters in the Morning at 9 o'clock. Also, Jack announced today that if you're not able to be somewhere where you can watch the big game coming up in a couple weeks, right here at Real Radio 104.1 at 5 o'clock, we'll start carrying the pregame, and we will carry the Super Bowl right here on Real Radio 104.1. And another great thing is you're doing a halftime. You're going to maybe go to a party until halftime and then check the rest of it out at home so you don't get so blotto you can't go to work on Monday. You can listen to it on the way home and don't miss any of the action.
And my favorite part is we get to call it the Super Bowl.
That's right, because we are broadcasting. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack.
Word.
And Ross.
Uh-huh.
We do have one line open if you want to grab that for last call, just one. Now, you were saying something before.
Actually, yeah, we might have 2 lines open because this might be the cutest and best phone call ask we've ever had.
All right.
On line 2, Yeti Sam has a question for us.
Hey, Sam, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir, man. How's y'all's day treating you?
Doing great, buddy. How about yours?
I'm doing all right, man. I've got a dilemma, man.
Okay.
I'm about to get a new puppy, and I'm going to get a Louisiana Callahoola. And I'd like y'all's advice on what to name it. I've got it down to 2 names. Either one, Lee Harvey, or number 2 is Bo Cephas.
Well, I'm out on Lee Harvey.
Yeah.
I'm out on that. I will take Bo Cephas.
They're both from Louisiana, so I figured because they're from Louisiana, maybe, keep it residential type.
Yeah, I got you.
Dude, if you're going Louisiana vibes, you got to call your dog Gator.
Or how about Parrish?
Oh, Parrish.
Yeah.
Belvedere.
Yeah.
Parish.
Yeah, Parish. I mean, Louisiana has parishes, not counties. So if you called him a shortened version of Parish or something like that, maybe kind of cool.
Pontchartrain.
No, sir. I was going to take your advice. What do you say, Miss Deb?
Pontchartrain.
Punch.
Yeah.
Punch.
Yeah, Punch is cool.
Derek Estrada a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not naming my dog after spit. Is it again Brocious?
Bo Cephas.
Yes, sir. Hank Williams Jr. was from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Was he really?
Bo Cephas.
I'll be damned. Well,
Yes,
look,
sir.
we got to get out of here, but we appreciate that. We wish you the best. Why don't you call us next
how about
week?
Louis for Louisiana.
That's not bad. Call us next week and let us know what you.
There you go.
What you chose, buddy, all right?
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Congratulations on your new baby.
All right, 407-916-1041. 2 lines open for last call. Grab one of those now. That's 407-916-1041. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Oh, wow. Well, we want to thank Corona Cigar Company. Definitely want to have lots of those on hand for the big game. Fayez Cara, restaurant critic for the Orlando Weekly. Candace Rich with her Rich Tips, and Candace Rich, along with Sam Bowen for running our YouTube chat.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. We appreciate that. Jack, do we have a question of the day?
Yeah, in the YouTube chat, have you checked your credit cards, your credit score in the past year?
Oh, God. 26%.
Say they have?
Yes.
Not.
Wow.
Yeah, they have.
28% is no.
Yeah, they have not. They have not checked it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
71% have checked their credit score in the past year.
Absolutely. That's good, though. Ross, stand up.
Yes, it's going down next Friday, 7 days from now. I'm going to be at Barley and Vine. It's down in the Milk District. The show's going to sell out because it's a small room. I'm not that big of a rock star, but it is a really awesome venue. It's like a little independent comedy thing. It's pretty cool. Tickets on rosscomedy.com.
There you go, rosscomedy.com. All right, let's get to last call here. Let's go with James, last call.
What do you call a pig with no legs?
I don't know. What do you call a pig with no legs?
A groundhog.
All right.
You know what? I like it. We talked groundhogs today.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
All right, not bad. Prince of the Island, last call.
Hey, Jimmy, I told you I was out of work, so I got a new doctor and I fill out of the paperwork. And I put everything like it's supposed to be. And then when the doctor came in...
We're done now.
We're done. That was a double
that was
dump.
both dumps.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's just get out of here then. There's no reason to talk about anything. Let's just play the outro and let's get out of here. All right. Again, coming up this weekend, you have a lot of cool stuff happening on Real Radio. Don't forget, Monday we started back up at 9 o'clock with the keywords. You do have them coming up at 7, 8, and 9 tonight. So make sure you do that for sure. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning after us. It's Tom down with the Corporate Time. Real laughs. What the Hell is Angel listening to? Bungalow on the Bus. And, of course, Real Music Weekends all weekend long, including Sink or Sail Sunday mornings, going right into Sunday morning coming down. We'll see you Monday at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then,